We've got a trade to announce.
Damn right.
Welcome to From Center Ice, the podcast. My name is Courtney.
I'm Jacqueline.
And let's take care of the housekeeping right off the top again.
Let's freaking do it.
Let's do that. So, we have a Twitter. It is at VF Center Ice Pod. We also have an Instagram. That is at From Center Ice Pod. Very easy. And if you want to email us, it is at vfcenterice@gmail.com. There's no at before that. I said at, didn't I? Or did I not?
Maybe you did.
I don't even remember now. There's no at before an email address.
No after.
It's in the middle of an email address.
That it is.
But that's our email. Or you can just go to the website fromcenterice.com where it links to everything, including the YouTube channel.
That we're on right now.
Yeah, if you're watching this, you are already there. So you might as well subscribe.
Why not? Do it.
Yeah. Or if you're not watching this and just listening to the audio.
Also subscribe.
Yes. On both things. You can subscribe on your podcast listening app of choice or on the YouTube. And if you are listening to audio only, especially on Apple Podcasts, please rate and review us. Preferably 5 stars.
That would be good.
That would be very nice. But if you do not believe it is 5-star worthy, you can be honest. But please let us know why.
But
so
don't
we can
ruin
fix
our
it.
5-star streak.
Yeah, for real.
Don't be that guy.
If you are watching on YouTube, just, head on over to Apple Podcasts and leave a little rating and review. It helps us, and we like help.
We do like help.
We need lots of help.
Help is good.
Yes, help is very good. I think that's all of the things in regards to that.
Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, website.
Yeah.
Email.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all that stuff.
I think we done did it.
Yeah, we also have a subreddit. I mean, it's there. We don't really
We
use
have
it.
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I post the videos and stuff on there.
I'll have to, go take a peek-see.
Yeah, it's just r/From Center Ice, I think.
Okay. Easy enough.
Yeah, it's there. Nobody uses it except me, but it's there if
But
you
it's
want to be
there.
on it and say things.
Come join us.
Now, today
Today.
was the trade deadline.
That it was.
Today,
The
Hawks played the Columbus Blue Jackets.
They also did that.
Before we talk about anything relating to all of that, we were sent a gift.
We were?
We were.
What were we sent?
We were sent a box.
The fuck is this?
It's a box.
From who?
From Tyler,
Tyler?
our longtime listener. He's like an OG listener.
Okay. What's his,
Let me tell you right now, it has something to do with punk rock and hockey.
I think that's exactly what it is, isn't it? I've seen
It is. At punk rock N, the letter N, hockey. He sent us a care package.
Okay.
So,
let's fucking go then.
yes, I received it a few days ago, but I was waiting for you to come here so I could open
We
it.
got a gift?
We got a gift.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I feel official now.
He called me out for not having enough cool stuff in the background of my video.
Oh. Well, then it better be fucking cool.
For real. I mostly know what's in here, but I also kind of forgot because I forget everything.
It's a surprise to me either way, so this is going to be fun.
Yes. I tried to keep it a surprise. It was very hard to keep it a surprise.
Oh, because you wanted to talk about it?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't look around your house for boxes that
Do you have any new boxes?
Well, I do typically bring in your Chewy boxes that are
is
sitting
true,
on your
with
porch
all of my cat
every
videos.
time.
So,
Okay.
we have lots of bubble wrap.
That we do.
Okay. Oh, this is the fun bubble wrap, too.
Yeah.
I won't start popping it on the microphone.
That's all we'll do for this whole podcast if we start.
Just bubble wrap ASMR.
ASMR, yep.
All right. Ow.
Watch it.
Or hit my hand on the table. If I hold it far enough away from the microphone, it won't be so loud. I could always cut out the noise, but then it would sound really
Yeah,
unnatural.
don't cut it out. They need to hear it.
Yeah. You must hear the
You
bubble.
must hear the bubble wrap.
I had to do just one. I could cut this. I
You
have some
could.
picture next to me. Dang, Tyler, you wrapped this real well, buddy. All right. Oh, it's got my name on it.
Hey, that's you.
It is. All right. So, ooh, it opens this way. All right. That. Is this a thing or a filler? I think that's a filler. Drop the box. Yeah, it's a filler. Alrighty. So. This is
more
square.
ASMR.
Yes. It's square. It's got some weight to it. It's a puck.
What puck is it?
It is signed by...
Oh, dear.
V. Oh, it's on the back. Victor Stahlberg. How fitting, since they played the Columbus Blue Jackets tonight, and he lit them up every time they played Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Victor Stahlberg signed puck. Do you want to put this on the shelf over there?
Sure, let's go.
Thank you.
Where?
I don't care. Pick a good spot for it.
Okay. There's just so many. I mean, this is too low, right? Nobody will ever see that.
You could put it in front of the book.
This book?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess there's a lot of books.
Yeah, like you have a whole shelf for books. So.
The book.
The book.
The one book that's clearly the one I was talking about. All right. This one. We have a card.
Oh, I love cards.
That is a signed Dylan Strome
Yo,
card.
that's what's
from
up,
when
dude.
he was with Erie. I don't think you'll be able to see
Wow.
it super well on camera, but you can see it a little bit.
That's so cool.
It's very good content for people just listening to the podcast.
Well, maybe they should go over to YouTube and
You'd be able to see the Dylan Strome card. That is badass. That is so cool.
Hell yeah.
Would you like to place that
Oh dear. In front of the book?
in front of the book? Oh, that one. Sorry, Gretz, you're getting covered up, buddy.
Strom over Gretz every day.
You heard it here first, folks. I think we've got another puck here. We do. This one is signed by number 88.
Ooh, wow.
That is a Patrick Kane signed Hawks puck.
Okay.
Hot damn.
Well, thanks, Tyler. That's freaking
There you
cool.
go. That is super cool.
That's awesome.
Would you like to place that on the shelf?
I'm going to place it right next to the other one.
All right. If you can reach with your tiny ass arm.
Leave me alone.
That was awesome. Thank you so
so
much,
cool.
Tyler.
Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah, when he reached out to me and said, I want to send you stuff, I was like, that is extremely kind of you.
Right?
You really do not have to do that, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Hell yeah. That's so cool.
That
Thank
is so
you.
cool. Thank you so much. And you will see it in the next 3 questions video because it is on the shelf and it is not super low. They are right where you will be able to see them.
Sure are.
So thank you again, Tyler. We really appreciate that.
I tried to thumbs up, but I'm like behind.
It's hiding behind the microphone.
Here, I'll use this hand.
There you
Thumbs
go.
up, Tyler.
Thumbs up. So now, in less exciting news, let's see, where should I start? Let's start with this because it is neither Hawks related or trade deadline related.
Okay, so we got some out of where
off topic?
That's
out of this world.
Out of this world.
It's out of this world. The Florida Panthers have signed Spencer Knight to a contract.
Okay.
So their goalie situation just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah, it never stops, huh?
Nope. You know what? Let's check in with them and see what Babrowski's doing.
Oh, God. Not again.
Sergey Babrowski. I just think it's funny how the last time we talked about him and Price was right before Montreal fired their goalie coach. Mm-hmm. It's like we willed it into existence, even though he was not the problem. All right. So, 2020, 2021 for Sergey Babrowski.
That was a lot of 20s.
That is...
What? Oh, no.
It's every time I look at this, I don't know what is going on with Florida or Bob. So,
God.
He has played 24 games.
Right.
His record is 15-7-0-2. Not bad.
Not bad.
His goals against average is 2.85.
Not great.
Not great. Not terrible. His save percentage is .907.
I thought...
Yep.
But he was real bad.
He was. Yes. Still not great.
I was going to say, has he improved? Or, like, is he...
He's gotten better.
Making up for how terrible he was? Or...
But with how dominant the Florida Panthers have been this year...
Right.
You would expect better stats, right?
Oh, for sure. Because you can't win with a bad goalie.
Right. I mean, you can, but you got to score a lot. And I mean,
really
they do score a lot of goals. But now that we're on that, let's see what Chris Drieger's doing. So, Bob has played 24 games. Drieger's played 18.
Okay. What?
So, all right. Bob's record, just to recap, 15-7-0-2.
Okay.
Drieger is 11-5-0-2.
Okay.
He's got a goals against average of 2.05.
Okay.
Babrowski's was 2.85.
Yeah.
His save percentage. Are you ready?
Probably not.
930.
Whoa, baby.
He's got a 930 save percentage, and Babrowski has a 907.
Well.
So it's not the team. It's Bob.
It's Bob. Mr. What, $10 million Bob?
Yep. Mr. 10 million. Mr. Worldwide.
Dale.
Yep. So it hasn't really improved much since we last checked in with the Winnipeg.
No.
Should we check in with the Montreal Canadiens while we're at it?
I mean, shit.
We
why
might
not?
as well.
Let's do it.
All right. Montreal Canadiens. Let's see what Mr. Carey Price is up to here.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
What do you think his save percentage is? If you had to guess.
I honestly have not been following at all except for these updates.
Isn't he injured too?
Possibly.
Because I know Jake Allen was playing a lot.
Yes, he was. What? What'd you find?
All right. So Carey Price.
Mm-hmm.
He's played 23 games. What was Bob? 24?
24.
Yeah, I believe so. Okay. 23 games. He is 12-6-0-5.
Oh, okay.
He's got a 2.66 goals against average.
Okay.
And a 903 save percentage.
Wowzers.
Jake Allen.
Oh, dear.
He's played 16 games.
Uh-huh.
His record, 6-6-0-4. Not great.
Not great, but
Mm-hmm. His goals against average is 2.49.
Okay.
Compared to 2.66.
Mm-hmm.
Save percentage is 912, which is pretty standard for a goaltender.
That's not bad.
Compared to the 903
Well,
that Carey Price has got.
there is that.
There is that. The stupid recorder.
Is it still doing the
really
rapid
distracting?
Yeah. Okay. Put it down on your little stool there. Yes.
No, I will not. I have to make sure it keeps going. Anyway.
Okay.
So both of the backups are doing better in both cases when it comes to the $10 million goaltenders.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just very interesting to see what Florida is going to do now that since they have signed Spencer Knight, because Drieger, I believe we said he was a restricted free agent after this season.
Mm-hmm. So what? Oh, God, that could go either way. Or they could stay in the middle somehow. But they were kind of projected to be like one of the top contenders, were they not?
Montreal or Florida?
Florida.
Yeah, they're one of the top teams in our division.
That's what I thought.
Because they are in our division, which still just makes me mad that the Florida teams are in our division.
Yeah, well.
Oh, they are currently sitting in third.
Third? Who's first?
Carolina.
Oh.
Tampa is in second.
Okay, well, you can kind of expect that.
They have the same amount of points as Carolina, but Carolina has played one less game.
Right.
Yep. So that is still an interesting storyline to follow.
It
during the
is,
summer.
definitely.
Yeah. I do have another point just to very quickly touch on, because this happened a couple of weeks ago now. But remember, I believe it was the night that we last recorded when Mcdavid threw that elbow.
Yes. I don't know if it was that night, because I feel like I was at home for that. But either way.
It was on, I believe it was Jesperi Kotkaniemi on Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it all circles back around. It was Montreal. Wow, I am good at the transitions when I don't even mean to be. But he was not suspended for that.
Which is, he was fined $5,000, right?
Yep.
Chump change.
The maximum allowable under the CBA.
Bullshit.
Which is garbage.
Actual bullshit.
Yep. You want to know who else got that same fine?
I remember it happening, but I don't remember who.
Nathan McKinnon for tossing a helmet.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, was one of the funniest things that I have
so
watched.
fucking funny.
He just caught him off guard. He just tossed. He didn't even throw it hard, but the guy acted like he got hit by a train. That was hilarious.
That was very funny.
But he got the same exact discipline as Mcdavid did for throwing that elbow.
Worth $5,000.
Absolutely every day.
Yeah, but Connor not being suspended for that is absolute bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, we all knew it was going to happen, but it doesn't make it any less
because he's one of the stars, and they protect their stars, and their stars have to play and all that. But, that was not acceptable.
Right. At some point, you have to make an example of somebody, and there's no better time than when a guy just throws a blatant elbow at somebody's head.
For no reason.
No reason at all.
Like, he was not provoked whatsoever.
Nope.
He just went up to this guy and...
Sure did.
I don't get it.
Nope. Not at all. Absolutely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else is ridiculous?
Many things, but what?
Absolutely. End podcast. Many things are ridiculous.
Many things are ridiculous. That's all we have to teach here.
Yep.
You may exit.
So this tweet was sent out on April 4th, so it's a little bit out of date at this point. It's 8 days old.
Later.
Because today's 12th.
Yeah.
But it was from Capfriendly, our favorite website.
We love them so much.
They tweeted out, in a regular 186-day NHL season, we'll make anywhere between 3,200 and 3,500 total player transactions. Today is 82 of what is a shortened 116-day NHL season, and so far, we have made over 6,000 player transactions.
What was the first
Just
one?
under 74 per day. In a regular season, they make between 3,200 and 3,500 for the whole season.
And this is
They've made 6,000 because of this goddamn taxi squad.
Jesus Christ.
It was insane.
Wow.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I think it was either Mario or it was the website that he writes for, which I'm blanking on their name right now. I'm so sorry. Said that at least 4,000 of those have to be the Blackhawks.
Honestly, every freaking morning I wake up and there's the same fucking people on the taxi squad.
Oh my God. You know what else is ridiculous?
What's up?
The Canucks. So...
It is Bleacher Nation that he writes
thank
for.
you. Thank you. Bleacher Nation, Blackhawks. Blackhawks, Bleacher Nation. They have a few different teams that they cover.
Yeah.
So the Canucks, when they went through that whole COVID nonsense, they're still not playing.
Right.
Their games have been rescheduled.
Okay.
They are going to be playing 19 games in 31 days.
Ooh.
Yep.
That's... rough.
How do you make a team do that when they're recovering from COVID?
Exactly. Fucking exact. I mean, they should just be out for the season, I feel like, because they're not going to be able to make it up. They're not going to be able... There's no way they can make that up.
They're second to last in their division right now.
Okay, so fucking drop them. Exactly.
Yeah. That's by points. They've played 37 games, which isn't too far behind the rest of their division because the... team that has played the most is 42. Edmonton and Ottawa have both played 42, and Vancouver's played 37.
Right.
So if you go by points percentage, they're third last. So why? Why do you make them play?
I don't see the benefit
and I
for
believe
anyone.
3 or 4 of their last games are against Ottawa. Why do you make them play those?
Pointless.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, it's not gonna...
This league is so fucking dumb.
They're
recovering from COVID, and you're going to make them play 19 games in 31 days?
They put emphasis on all of the wrong things, and they never do the right thing.
No, because it's all about player safety.
Bullshit!
Obviously, because we're going to make these guys who are recovering from COVID that affects your lungs 19 games in 31 days.
No fucking way.
We are all about player safety. That is why we only fined Connor McDavid $5,000 for throwing a blatant elbow at some guy's head. Because we have to get headshots out of the game.
How can they say anything is about player safety on any level?
I don't know.
Where has the Player Safety Coalition stepped in and said...
They don't.
Exactly.
And where's the Players Association in all of this? How did they approve that?
I have no idea. Don't they? Like...
You're supposed to be advocating for the players.
Exactly. It's not...
Like, I'm sure if you ask these guys, they're going to be like, yeah, we want to play hockey because they're hockey players.
Duh.
But hockey players notoriously are not the smartest people on the planet. So...
I just don't understand.
They need people to advocate for them and make the smart decision because the league obviously doesn't. And apparently the Players Association... Words are difficult. The Players Association isn't either because what the actual fuck? You know? You know what else is ridiculous?
Oh dear, here we go. What's up?
So, the Edmonton Oilers played a game this weekend.
Yes.
They were not supposed to play that game this weekend. It was a rescheduled
game, okay.
It was on the same night as Colby Cave's funeral or memorial.
How do you fuck up that bad?
How do you do that?
How do you fuck up so bad to schedule a rescheduled game on the same night as Colby Cave?
Yep. These players are mourning one of their former teammates, and you make them go out and play that night.
Unbelievable. I just can't. I don't understand who is making these decisions and why nobody's calling them out for it and they're actually going through.
Right.
Like, there's got to be, like, a checkpoint somewhere.
You would think
where you'd be like, hey, this is my idea. Are we going to do it?
And somebody says
no. But they're just not asking anybody. They're just...
We care about the players. It's not about the money. It's about the players. Yep.
I just can't... I can't imagine being made to play a game on such a night.
Nope.
Like...
Thankfully, Connor McDavid spoke out against it after the game.
Did he?
He did.
What did he say?
He said he didn't know what the league was thinking doing that.
Watch, now he gets fined for speaking out.
I wouldn't be surprised. That would be very on brand for the NHL. You know what's even more ridiculous?
What?
Were the replies to tweets about that.
About the Colby Cave thing?
Yep.
Colby, not Colby.
Saying that the players should have been energized and motivated to play for him. They should have come out and won because they were motivated to play in his honor.
So they lost.
They did.
What was the score? Sorry.
I can tell you. It was... Let's see. It wasn't last night. It must have been Saturday night. They lost 5-0.
Oh, they got shut out. Oh, no. See, that's when you should look at that and be like, hey, maybe we shouldn't have made them play this night.
You think?
That seems like a fair assessment to me. I mean...
Right.
5-0 on their fucking friends, their brothers.
Yes. How do you just... NHL.
It makes my brain hurt.
Yep. Pretty much.
So now they have this loss on their record that they...
Yep.
They'll always
imagine
that. Yeah. They'll always think about that. How they were made to play on the 1 year anniversary. 1 year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it ended up in a shutout.
And they weren't even supposed to play a game that night. It was rescheduled. I think I read that the Flames don't play until tomorrow. So they could have played either yesterday or...
So there were other options.
There were other options, yeah.
Lovely.
Thankfully for the Oilers, they are pretty solid in a playoff spot, so it's not like they're going to lose that spot, but still.
Yeah, it's the
principle behind
yeah,
it.
there's definitely morality issues
It's
there.
disgusting. That's all it is. It's disgusting.
No, it really is. It's unacceptable. I know I always say that, but like, you have to be better than that.
Yep.
These guys are humans. Like, treat them as such.
You know what else is unacceptable and disgusting?
So many things.
The NWHL not advocating for trans athletes.
Lord Jesus. Yeah. We were really going to root for Toronto, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. The Toronto Six.
Yep.
But,
their head coach, Digit Murphy, was a part of I don't know what they were, a group. And I don't even really know what they did. I didn't read too far into it because I was just very annoyed and rolled my eyes so hard that the window closed.
Oh, yeah. My ears were steaming.
Pretty much, yeah. But they were advocating for the rights of all female athletes, including trans athletes, but they wanted to make sure it was fair for cisgendered female athletes, that there was not an athletic advantage by having a trans athlete on a roster.
I feel like this is one of those subjects that if you're already on one side of the fence, you're not switching because education can't reach these people. Like,
how much more do you need to be, quote unquote, educated?
That's just it. They've been educated to the max because there's nothing more to it than that.
Right.
And they still think that trans women aren't women.
This is a conversation worth having. What's the conversation?
Please, bring the conversation to the table. Let's fucking go. Like,
what is it? There's no conversation to be had. Trans women are women. They deserve to play women's hockey.
Yeah, because they're women.
How is this so hard?
It's that simple. And non-binary people.
Yes.
They included that.
I don't understand what's so difficult about this. And they're trying to walk it back now.
Barely.
Apparently, Digit Murphy's not a part of that group anymore.
Fucking group.
I'm not even going to give them the time of day and say their name, mostly because I don't remember what it is, mostly because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, yeah, and they don't deserve the recognition either way.
But she is still employed by the Toronto Six.
Do we know who's running the Toronto Six Twitter account?
No.
Because they're liking some tweets.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because they didn't give in to the alphabet mob.
Meaning LGBTQ+.
Yep, that's the one. You know, a very large majority of women's hockey fans.
Yeah.
And players.
Wow.
How about that?
The alphabet mob. That's just so fucking disrespectful.
Yep.
Like, beyond any inkling of a doubt.
Like, some people can look at that and laugh. Some people are very affected by that because they have been put down their entire lives for who they are. It's not okay to say that about anybody.
No.
It's disgusting. They said they accidentally liked it.
Oh, bullshit. My ass.
I don't even remember what their official statement was. You know what? Let me go look. But say what you were thinking in the meantime.
No, it's not an excuse. That's a cop-out. Accidentally liking something. Okay.
Accidental discharge of a firearm?
Oh, let's not even go there.
All right, so on April 10th at 9:06 a.m., statement from the Toronto Six ownership. The Toronto Six believe that trans women are women and that trans women belong in women's sports. We unequivocally condemn any form of bigotry, intolerance, and exclusion of trans people. Digit Murphy has disassociated from the insert group here that I'm not going to read, and she understands why the initiatives on their website are not congruent with our values and mission at the Toronto Six. We stand by our president and head coach, who is a tireless advocate for women's hockey, women's sports, and all women in general. As an organization, we are committed to education and will participate in a third-party facilitated training session in the coming weeks in order to increase our sensitivity and awareness of the experiences of trans people in sports.
So what is this, like the Starbucks racism classes they had to take or whatever? Like, come on.
I remember when they closed early because they needed to be trained on racism and how to not be assholes.
How do you just get trained out of being a racist?
You can't. We also apologize for inappropriate activity on our social media account and condemn the language in a post that was carelessly liked on Twitter.
Carelessly, not accidentally.
Not accidentally.
Carelessly.
Carelessly.
Just running around here liking tweets.
Rogue thumbs.
Jesus.
I fat thumbed that heart button. To make things perfectly clear, the Toronto Six will always be inclusive of our staff, players, fans, and general community because they don't give in to the alphabet
mob. Yeah.
We are proud of our trans family members and will always work to be stronger members and allies to change the systems that exclude our non-binary fans and work with organizations locally to fight for our LGBTQIA+ community. We believe strongly that trans rights are human rights and will continue to keep the Six a safe and inclusive space for all. And as somebody who got training in PR in college, fuck you.
Yeah. That's the one.
You cannot just say that was carelessly liked and say that that person is still employed.
Absolutely not. That's...
You cannot say that you stand by your head coach and president.
And she's the one that was saying the things. Was she not? Or liking the things? Or retweeting the things?
I'm
or
not
whatever
sure
the
who
hell.
runs the account.
I say I just a lot, and then I trail off and don't say anything.
Because that's about all there is to it.
There's nothing more to this than trans women are women.
Mm-hmm.
There are trans players.
Mm-hmm.
There are millions of trans fans.
There would be more trans players if they, signed them.
Yeah, well, sign them first and then accept them first, maybe. Accept them as people, as women.
Wow.
For
what a fucking concept.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on in women's hockey.
Which sucks.
Yep. They work so hard to build up these fan bases. And
it all comes crumbling down.
They want so badly for people to watch their game. And that was starting to happen on a large level. They were getting the Twitch streams, the sponsorships, the airtime on NBC.
Yep.
And then bigotry ruins the party again.
Of course. Of course it does. And there's always going to be that big old group of people that agree with that bullshit. And
and a lot of people who are like, what's the problem?
Well, that's a problem all on its own. But I just can't. Trans women are women, okay? It's honestly that simple. We need to accept them as the women that they are. We need to root for them. We need to sign them. We need to just be a fucking hockey family. I don't understand why things have to come in between any of that.
It's dumb that this even has to be a conversation.
Exactly. That's why I don't have anything to say besides, what the hell?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. But what more can you expect from people who go on Barstool?
Oh, no.
And all of their various podcasts and platforms. Fuck a Barstool.
Fuck a Barstool. I keep getting this stupid ad on Hulu about, and I'm just like, fuck you, because it's really annoying. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I don't know.
You know what's even more conflicting?
What's up?
You know how they give money to local businesses and they claim that makes them all better? Mm-hmm. They gave money to one of our local restaurants here in Rockford.
Really?
Yep, Sister's Tie.
Who gave them?
Barstool.
Barstool.
Because they give money to local businesses to help them out. So I was like, yay, sisters, fuck Barstool. How am I supposed to feel about this? So, women's hockey is supposed to be an inclusive space. They fight so hard for people to take women's hockey seriously, which people should. It's good hockey. But with the people who are in charge currently, it's still a fucking laughingstock. And not because of the product on the ice, but because of the bigotry that runs through the front offices.
Yeah. Hold on, is this... I don't know. It's just them yelling, download the app. Like, over each other. And it just keeps going. Just download the app, download the app, download the app, download the app. And I'd want to...
So their ads are as terrible as they are?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good to know. You want to talk about some hockey?
I like hockey.
So, in between the last time we recorded and today,
Yes.
the Rockford Ice Hogs beat the Chicago Wolves. Finally. It took 7 tries.
I don't want to talk about that.
But they did it.
They did it, though.
And
All thanks to Brandon Peary.
was in the lineup for once. He was not on the taxi squad.
Not for this one.
He was in the lineup, and he got a hat trick.
Because why not?
Why not? And his hat trick goal was the game winner.
I love that.
The Ice Hogs won 4-3 over the Chicago Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
The first goal of the game was scored by Mackenzie Entwistle.
Yes.
The second goal of the game was scored by Brandon Peary.
Yes, it was.
The third goal of the game was scored by Phil Tomasino. The fourth goal of the game was scored by Brandon Peary.
Hell yeah, it was.
The fifth goal of the game was scored by Brandon Peary. They went into the second intermission up 4-1. And then they got scored on twice in the third period to make it 4-3, but they won, and that is all that matters.
Was Tommy in net?
He was.
Okay.
You want to know the shot differential?
Let's go.
33-17.
Oh,
Not
so
in
it's
favor of the Ice Hogs.
Wait, not in favor of the Ice Hogs?
No. Chicago had 33 shots.
I was going to say this sounds like the opposite of what we usually do, but it's still the same thing.
It's very much what they always do.
It's the same thing. They're just actually scoring on these shots.
And the Ice Hogs went 0-4 on the power play.
Oh, then not surprised.
Nope, not at all. Yet somehow they won 4-3.
Okay, I'll fucking take it.
They beat the Chicago Wolves.
Finally.
You know what else has happened in between our last recording and today? The Chicago Blackhawks are officially buying the Rockford Ice Hogs.
Yes, this makes me emotional.
I will read you their press release.
Please do.
So this
Not
is
that
from,
I haven't read it like
Yes.
8 times, but yeah, go ahead. For
this
the people.
is from the Ice Hogs website. Governor J.B. Pritzker today joined the Chicago Blackhawks, the City of Rockford, and the Rockford Area Venues and Entertainment Authority, RAVE, and the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Development in announcing a $23 million multi-year capital project to revitalize the BMO Harris Bank Center. $23 million.
$23 million.
Rockford's largest sports arena and entertainment venue. With support from the state, local, and private sector partners, the project will spur regional economic development and lay the groundwork for the acquisition of Rockford-based professional hockey team, the Rockford Ice Hogs, by the NHL's Chicago Blackhawks. The City of Rockford, RAVE, the State of Illinois, and Chicago Blackhawks are partnering to invest in building improvements to the BMO Harris Bank Center, home of the Ice Hogs. Fueled in part by Governor Pritzker's bipartisan Rebuild Illinois $45 billion capital plan, the project will modernize Rockford's largest destination asset, creating over 250 construction jobs, retaining hundreds of existing full-time positions, and generating millions in economic activity in the region. Not only will this $13 million investment create over 250 construction jobs, retain hundreds of existing positions in the area, and generate tens of millions in economic activity for the region, but we're also opening the door for the Chicago Blackhawks to formally purchase their AHL affiliate, securing the Ice Hogs' long-term presence in Rockford, said Governor J.B. Pritzker. By leveraging our historic Rebuild Illinois capital plan, we have scored a winning combination for Illinois, for Rockford, for the Chicago Blackhawks, and for the Rockford Ice Hogs. And just as importantly, for all the fans who are excited to come back to the BMO to cheer on the hometown team.
Yes.
The Rockford Ice Hogs have played a critical role in our franchise's success, and today, the Ice Hogs officially become part of the Chicago Blackhawks family, said Blackhawks chairman W. Rocky Wirtz, and CEO Danny Wirtz. Not only is this an exciting opportunity from a hockey perspective, but in partnership with the city of Rockford and the state of Illinois, we are reinvesting in Illinois to generate positive economic as well as philanthropic impact through our Chicago Blackhawks Foundation, further solidifying the team's standing in the community. The Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity will provide $13 million in Rebuild Illinois grants, funding, and acting as the foundation for an overall $23 million in capital improvements for the 40-year-old facility. Another $10 million includes short and long-term capital from RAVE and the city of Rockford, enabling savings from the sale of the team and other financing sources to make upgrades to the BMO Harris Bank Center. The investment will support necessary infrastructure improvements, improved audio, visual, and digital technology, enhanced guest experience and concession areas, space for sports betting, and other modernized customer amenities. Additionally, the capital plan will upgrade BMO Harris Bank Center's back-of-house facilities. The exciting transformation here in Rockford is a great example of how state, local, and private sector partners can work together to maximize investments that will stimulate economic growth in the region and give companies and visitors just another reason to come to Illinois, said Sylvia Garcia, acting director of DCEO. Under Governor Pritzker's leadership, Rebuild Illinois is propelling projects that will not only modernize our aging infrastructure, but will bring new investment to our communities and keep our state competitive for years to come. And there's a lot of other quotes in here that I will not read, but the Rockford Ice Hogs will remain in Rockford for at least 15 more years.
I'll tell them about the spiral that we went on.
The spiral?
The spiral.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be season ticket holders still. We're 42. So there's
40,
that.
42, 43?
43.
40.
I forgot how old we were. So that's the thing that we realized. Until we're at least 43.
At least 43. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
It's a quick ego punch there.
Yeah. Yep. So they have a 15-year lease with the BMO. That keeps them in Rockford until at least 2036. If you can imagine that year.
How is that only 15 years away?
I do not know.
How was 2010 11 years ago?
Shh.
Right.
Do not say such things.
Sorry.
Why would you do that?
That's just a fact.
That doesn't mean that it needs to be said.
But I did that anyway.
You sure did. You sure did. I'm surprised that's not how we ended this podcast, seeing as how we always end it
on the negative bullshit. Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah. I woke up that morning. They announced it, which was April 7th. And I just started sobbing into my pillow.
Pretty much. Like, I couldn't stop tearing up.
Same.
Every time I read something about it, I'm like, my boy.
I know.
I'm about to cry right now just thinking about it.
I know. First, I read that they were officially buying the team. Then I read that they were making improvements to the BMO. I was like, oh, this is such great news. And then I found the tweet that said for 15 years, and my face exploded.
Pretty much, yeah.
I was awake for like 2 minutes, and I was sobbing. It was messy. It was very messy.
I understand. I do understand.
Oh, my
because our affiliation, that's the word, right? Affiliation was up like next year, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Because it was a 5-year deal, and we...
Yep. But now they're going to own the team, so they
Right.
can't just be like, we're affiliated with someone else, but we have this random AHL team that we own over here.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that
15 years. 15
we're
years.
stuck with them for 15 years in such a positive way. We're
Hopefully.
positively stuck with them.
Hopefully.
I mean, we love them either way, even when they're
Unfortunately.
terrible and hurt us.
They enjoy hurting us.
What's their
Record?
yeah, you know me.
Well,
Sorry, guys.
must we go here?
We have to. I need to know for
We
personal
need
reasons.
to report to the people. They are 7,
Okay.
12.
Okay.
Oh, nope. 7, 12, 1, and 0.
Okay.
They have not gone to a shootout yet.
Really? It's just the Hawks that have been doing that, huh?
Yep.
Baby.
As the cat screams in the background.
Okay.
7, 12, 1, and 0.
Well, when you start out 0-7, I mean,
Yep. And when you get beat by the Wolves 7
7
times. No,
times.
6
6 times. 6 times. So who do we have left that we're playing? There's Iowa. There's Grand Rapids.
I can tell thee. There is Iowa. There is the Chicago Wolves.
I thought we were done.
Nope. There's Iowa again. There's Grand Rapids for 3 in a row. There's Iowa again. And then we end the season with 2 against the Chicago Wolves.
Fucking grand. Just,
I can't wait.
no.
How do you feel, kids?
I don't want to end the season like that is what I don't want.
They're going to end the season like we end these podcasts on a very depressing
negative
note.
and depressing note.
So it's basically the same teams that we've seen all year except Cleveland.
Yeah. Because so who have we played besides Cleveland?
That's it.
I thought it was a pretty small range
Yep.
this year.
Yep, because there's no Admirals this year. We
Right.
just haven't played Texas for whatever reason. They just
Are they
left
still
them
in
out.
our...
Yeah, they're in our division.
Okay.
They're just like, no,
You
you don't play.
you don't need to travel across the country.
No. So there's that. There's that. The Ice Hogs are still in last in the
Well,
division.
yes.
The Chicago Wolves are still in first.
Well, yes.
Somehow Texas has played 25 games.
Where are we at?
20?
Who are they playing?
I don't know. I do not know.
Okay.
So the Wolves are first. They've played 20 games. They are 15, 4, 0, and 1.
I hate them.
That's ridiculous. The Cleveland Monsters are in second. They've played 15 games because they keep getting games
COVID.
postponed due to COVID.
Yeah.
Fucking Ohio. They are 9, 5, 1, and 0. Grand Rapids is in third. They've played 16 games. We were supposed to play them this weekend, but COVID.
COVID.
They-
It's been rescheduled for the 3rd, right?
Yes.
I think that's what they announced.
I think so.
I intercepted again. Intercepted?
Intercepted?
Interjected.
Words. They are 8, 6, and 2. The Iowa Wild, who the Ice Hogs play tomorrow, have played 22 games. They are in fourth. They are 9, 9, 4, and 0.
Okay.
Texas Stars are in fifth with their 25 games.
How does that work?
No idea. They are 11, 12, and 2. And then you have the Ice Hogs with 20 games played, 7, 12, and 1.
Okay.
So, yeah.
There it is.
It'll be interesting to see how it ends once all the teams have played all of their games. Mm-hmm. Especially...
How is Cleveland and Grand Rapids going to make it up? They're just going to play each other a bunch of times?
maybe.
Like, they would have to, right?
You would think so.
If they're down at 15 and 16, and all the rest of us are up at 20 plus.
Well, we play Grand Rapids three times.
Okay.
We play Iowa a boatload of times.
Yeah.
And then the Wolves. So I'm guessing.
So are they just going to... My mind cannot.
I know. This season is so fucking weird. It doesn't make any sense. The Ice Hogs are not in last in our division in power play percentage.
Okay, I was like, wait, there's somebody.
Oh no, they're last in the division, but not in power play percentage. They are fourth. Their power play percentage is 18.1%.
Interesting.
They have had 72 power play opportunities. They've scored 13 goals. They've allowed 2 shorthanded goals. Real difficult to say words. On the penalty kill, they are last in the division.
No.
74.3%. They have been shorthanded 4 times. 4 times? 74 times.
74 times.
They've allowed 19 goals.
Ow.
But they've scored 3 shorthanded, all from Chris Wilkie.
Chris fucking Wilkie. What is he up to?
Scoring shit. So it's not...
So are we in the last league-wide?
League-wide?
I kind of want to see if there's... I feel like, yes, we are, but...
We are not.
We are not.
We are 25th out of 28.
How?
Belleville Senators are behind us in 26th. The Binghamton Devils and the Bridgeport Sound Tigers, who have only played 15 games.
I was going to say, I've never even heard of the Bridgeport Sound Tigers.
I believe they are the affiliate of the New York Islanders.
That would probably make sense. Their logo looks a bit...
Islandery?
Yeah.
It's the same colors.
Or Rangers. I don't know.
No, Rangers is Hartford.
I don't have my glasses on and I can't really see.
They are 12.
Just general little blobs.
Yep. So we're not last in the league.
This is sorted by points percentage, right?
Yes. I believe that is the case.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Well, all right.
So there's that if you want a little piece of positivity to hold on to. They're not last.
They're not last.
Do you want to hear their top 5 point getters?
Yeah.
All right.
Show me.
I will. Number 1.
Yeah.
Cody Franzen. He has played 18 games. He has 4 goals and 10 assists for 14 points.
I love him. He's so trusty.
He is. Number 2. Dylan Mclaughlin.
Really?
16 games played, 4 goals and 9 assists for 13 points.
Would not have guessed that.
Nope. It's like he started getting all of these points after he got those 2 overtime goals against Grand Rapids.
Maybe.
He was just like, you know what? That was fun.
I want to do that again.
I want to score more. Number 3, Evan Barrett.
Okay. I've seen his
20
name
games played, 4 goals, 8 assists for 12 points.
Yeah.
Number 4, Chris Wilkie. 14 games played, 6 goals, 5 assists for 11 points. I believe he has the most goals on the team.
Wilkie?
Yep.
I would not be surprised.
He does. Behind him is Brandon Peary, who has played in significantly less games. He's played in 3 games.
Because he's been stuck on the fucking taxi squad.
Yep. And then Mate Halupa has 4 goals. That's obnoxious.
That was the point.
Number 5, Nicholas Bowden. 8 games played.
Okay.
2 goals, 8 assists for 10 points. This team does not score a lot.
No, they don't.
They've played 20 games so far. Our highest point getter has 14 points.
They just need to let me back into the BMO because they won.
Yeah, they got 6 goals.
They won 6-1 that night.
Sure did.
Let's just do that again.
Yeah, right. So that's the Ice Hogs. They play again tomorrow night against the Iowa Wild. That was the team that they won 6-1 over.
It sure was. Is that at home or is that in Iowa?
In Iowa.
Oh. Speaking of Iowa.
Yeah,
we drove to Iowa on Saturday, my family and I
You did drive to Iowa.
We drove to Walcott, Iowa to go to the world's largest truck stop.
Which is a very interesting place.
It is, in many ways.
We kind of find it... Whoa,
we kind of found it.
We kind of found it.
Yes.
On accident when we were on a road trip.
Yes, we were on a road trip, and that just ended up being the place. We were on a road trip. Yes, 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 we were on a ro being on our way. I was like, well, we gotta go. And so we
huge.
did. And we were there for like 45 minutes because there's so much to look at and so many things to buy.
It's a good place to stop.
It is.
Because they have all the food, and then they have a little grocery section.
Court, yeah.
And then they have all of the gifts that you could want to buy.
Oh, yeah, all of them. Yeah, but we went to Iowa just to say we went to Iowa. But my brother needed some highway driving time. He's 15, so he's got his
permit.
Thank you. Oh yeah, but he drove there, and then Mom drove back. But it was a good time just to get out of the house, take a little trip.
There you go.
I needed some road time.
Yeah. I've driven to Hoopeston, Illinois, because I am fully vaccinated. I mean, I'll officially be fully vaccinated next week, because it'll be 2 weeks after my last dose. But I have both shots.
Hey.
Had to drive to fucking Hoopeston, Illinois. Even though now there's a ton of appointments available in Rockford, and it's open to everybody.
Yeah, my mom just scheduled her second.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Do you know which one she got?
What kind? Mm-hmm. The Pfizer.
The Pfizer?
The Pfizer.
Me as well. I have Pfizer coursing through my veins.
Yeah.
After the first one, I was sleepy and just had a sore arm for like 24 hours.
Yeah.
But it was it was about the same as like a healing tattoo, like a large one. So it basically felt like my other arm.
Yeah.
Just on this side, and lasted significantly less time.
Right.
After the second shot, I felt like shit the next day.
Oh.
It wasn't a fun time. I woke up like after an hour of sleeping. It was like 3:30 in the morning, and all of my joints hurt so bad.
No.
And my skin was so sensitive and tingly. It was driving me nuts.
That's how I felt exactly 2 years ago. I found it in my time hap is when I had pneumonia. You remember that? When I was like dying?
You had to get the nebulizer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But that was me. Everything just hurt so bad. I couldn't move. Like it hurt to have clothes on. But like you gotta. And it just, and it's a whole ordeal.
It was no fun.
That sucks.
It was such a strange feeling because it's like somebody was tickling me, but it didn't tickle.
Yeah.
It was just that uncomfortable feeling without the tickling, but it was all over.
That feels terrible.
It did. I'm glad you can feel it in empathy.
It feels terrible, Courtney.
It sure did. And then, let's see. It was about 5 hours later I decided to take some Tylenol finally.
Yeah.
And then I got some more sleep. But then I had to wake up because I had a therapy appointment. And then I was just very tired.
Did it just last that one day?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was completely gone the next day. It's very weird how that happens.
Yeah. My mom just felt like she got punched in the arm with her first shot. And then she just scheduled her second one.
Some people don't have any reaction to either of them.
Yeah. And some people feel like they're dying.
Yeah. And some people get like flu-like
symptoms.
symptoms.
Like major.
Mm-hmm. I was glad I didn't have that at least.
Yeah.
I was just very sleepy.
Which is fair.
Yeah, laid on the couch all day. But I'm always tired. So
it's hard to tell.
But the whole tingly thing, I really could have lived without.
Uncomfortableness.
But it was only a day, so.
It feels terrible, whatever. Courtney.
Yeah, I'm glad you know. I wish I could have just, like, sent it on over to you for the day.
Feels terrible.
Tylenol does help, though.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I was just trying not to take it too often.
Yeah.
So I was like, how long can I live with this?
Right. But I used to take ibuprofen, but with the meds that I'm on, I can't.
Really?
So I have to take acetaminophen.
Interesting.
Or naproxen. It was fine. I just got this bottle of acetaminophen.
There you go.
No big deal.
It's weird how all of those meds work together and against each other.
And like, I kind of want to know what would happen if I did take ibuprofen. But that's a bad experiment.
Yeah, don't do chemistry experiments in your body. That's not how this works.
What happens though?
That's for a lab, not in your body. Your body is not Dexter's laboratory.
I've been watching a lot of YouTube lately.
Where's this going?
I'm learning a lot about nuclear bombs and like radiation and stuff. And there's this one thing called the demon core, right? And it's this ball of material about this big.
Okay.
And there were some scientists that were like, I want to see what happens. And so they tried to encase it completely. I don't know if it was aluminum or what, but they were, because this is this little ball, it expels radiation, and when you put the metal around it, it bounces back towards it. Yeah,
that doesn't sound like a good idea.
No, so so they made like these encasings, and they were slowly putting them together. And this guy had a screwdriver, like a flathead screwdriver, sideways.
Okay.
So it was like tall way.
Okay.
And the fucking screwdriver slipped. And he died like 20 days later from radiation poisoning.
What?
Yeah. This happened to 2 different people.
Sure, the first guy died, let's do it again.
They can't help themselves. They're like, ooh, bad thing, let's poke it.
Yeah, so that's what you're not supposed to do.
Right, so I'm not going to take ibuprofen.
Correct.
Or put an encasing around the demon core.
That's what would happen if you take the ibuprofen.
I'll die.
You would then have a demon core.
I'll die 20 days later from radiation.
Possibly.
From ibuprofen. Ooh, wow. Okay.
What is wrong with people?
So much.
Scientists are a weird breed. Like, thank God for them, but
right.
at the same time,
there's
just some of them I have a lot of questions for, but I cannot ask them because they are dead.
I feel it. I feel it for real.
How did we get here?
I don't know. I was
was
watching YouTube. I was gonna take ibuprofen, and you said don't, and then I gave you an example.
Right. That's right.
Of experiments.
Very curious how the whole you're watching YouTube, like where that was gonna go, and that's not what I expected at all.
No, it's just been researching radiation and
why
atomic bombs and shit.
Why?
I don't know how I ended up there, but once I was there, I was like, I had to watch later. And I've just been watching them later.
All right. Kind of how I got caught in the crime scene cleanup section of Instagram.
There's a whole community there. It's kind of cool.
It's very interesting, but I can only take it in small doses.
It's very
gruesome,
gory, bloody. There's lots of blood.
I cannot watch surgeries.
Oh, right. So that's probably not the best thing for you. See, I can just scroll through that shit all day.
I don't know how you do that.
It doesn't bother me.
I've never been able to watch it. Not on TV where it's severely censored. Like on
you talking about surgery?
Show? Yeah.
Oh, I follow so many doctors.
I know you do because you
Snapchat.
always end up watching them when we're on road trips, and I just have to sit through that.
There's so much surgery happening on Snapchat. I love it. It's so fascinating to me. Like tummy tucks. They're so cool.
When they put the wand in you and go, "Let me shake you to death."
That's liposuction.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's the one.
It just burns all the fat. They don't take anything out. They're just like, we're going to burn it with friction.
No, they're taking it out.
Oh, no, they're burning it with friction.
Because then it all goes into this big cylinder. And then you take it and you cut a hole in your booty.
No.
And you pump the fat in there. So you got that ass.
I need to do that.
You need to have more ass?
Yep, there's nothing there.
I don't need more ass.
Nope, you can give me some of that. Because it's just a flat wall back there. It doesn't matter what I do. I could squat for 24 hours straight.
It was not.
And it would cave in.
Oh, no.
It would not.
We don't like concave booties around here.
Nope, at least I do not have that.
Yeah.
It is just a wall, but it does not cave in yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
How did we get here?
Today was the trade deadline.
Yeah, I was going to say, do we have any hockey things to say? Instead of just talking about our asses and radiation poisoning.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, okay. Well, let's go through some trades.
Okay.
let's start with the rest of the league first. Then
All
we'll
right.
focus on the Blackie Hockeys.
The Blackie Hockeys, got it.
So the first player, this did not happen today, but I went back a few days. Mm-hmm. The first player to escape the Buffalo Sabres was Eric Stahl.
Yeah.
He was traded to the Montreal Canadiens for a 3rd-round pick and a 5th-round pick. So congrats to Eric Stahl.
A+.
The Los Angeles Kings acquired Brendan Lemieux for a 4th-round pick. The Los Angeles Kings acquired Christian Wolanin for Michael Amadio from the Senators. Then the first trade that really surprised me was Kyle Palmieri and Travis Zajac going from the New Jersey Devils to the New York Islanders. The Jersey Devils got back AJ Greer, Mason Jobst, a 2021 first-round draft pick.
Wow.
And a 2022 conditional 4th. The conditions.
I hate conditionals.
If the Islanders advance to the Stanley Cup final, the 4th upgrades to a 3rd in 2022 or 2023. The Islanders have the option of which pick they will transfer.
What?
Yep.
Who creates these rules about the conditions?
NHL GMs, who we know, are dumb.
I just don't understand. Like...
And thank you very much to Capfriendly for just spelling this out very
just
easily.
put it in a list.
Oh, they make everything so easy for us. The Toronto Maple Leafs acquired Riley Nash from the Columbus Blue Jackets for a conditional 2022 7th-round pick.
Okay.
It upgrades to a 6th if Nash appears in 25% of the Leafs playoff games this year.
Okay.
He is currently injured, so he is on LTIR.
All right. I guess that makes the conditional a little more understandable. But
The Colorado Avalanche reacquired Patrick Nemeth from the Detroit Red Wings for a 4th-round pick.
Okay.
The next player to be saved from the Buffalo Sabres is Brandon Montour.
Okay.
He went to the Florida Panthers. In exchange,
Imagine going from Buffalo to Florida.
that is what we call an upgrade.
For real, though. For real.
Buffalo acquired a 3rd-round draft pick in return, which some could argue is a better return than what they got for Taylor Hall just because of who the players are. But we will get to that trade.
That was a trade, all right.
It sure was. The Colorado Avalanche acquired Devin Dubnik from the San Jose Sharks for Greg Patterin and a 5th-round draft pick.
Okay.
Because they wanted goalie depth. And I need to look up Devin Dubnik's stats right now because I believe I read that he was not doing very well this year, which made this trade very interesting. Oh, my goodness. All right, so
where are we at?
He's played 17 games.
Okay. Substantial amount.
He has started 13 games, so he's
Wow.
come in relief in a couple.
That's a lot.
His record is 3,
Uh-oh.
9,
Uh-oh.
0-2.
Oh, no.
His goals against average is 3.18.
Oh, no.
His save percentage is .898.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Wait, so where did he go?
Colorado.
Okay.
From the Sharks.
The
The Sharks are currently 18-4.
Okay.
I don't understand why Colorado made that trade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they wanted a good goalie, that doesn't sound like a good goalie.
No. It is not.
So what are they doing?
I guess they're just hoping that they don't have to use him.
Okay.
Hoping that Grubauer doesn't get injured in the playoffs.
Right.
But they did have goalie injuries in the playoffs last year, so
Right.
I'm guessing that's why they did this, but I'm just really not sure why that goalie.
Why that goalie out of everybody that could have been dealt?
Yep.
Huh.
Yep. I feel like they would have been better acquiring Colin from us.
Right.
than
That's
Dubnik.
yeah. Absolutely.
But hey, I'm not an NHL GM.
Me either.
And they gave up nothing for him, so I guess it's okay. But if you really
if you could
goalie
get him
insurance,
for free.
yeah.
Okay, so you think anybody that was trading today was looking for someone to expose during the expansion draft.
If they were smart, they would have been, yes.
Just a question.
I'm not sure how many actually did because, NHL GMs aren't the smartest people ever.
They think they are.
They think they are. They sure think they are. Then we have our first 3-team trade.
Okay. These always confuse me, but...
Me too.
Well, that's like how Leonard ended up from Toronto to
from
Vegas
Chicago to Toronto to Vegas.
Okay.
So, where do I even start? So, okay. Tampa Bay acquired David Savard and Brian Lashoff.
Okay.
Savard came from Columbus,
Okay.
which was the initial part of this trade.
Mm-hmm.
Lashoff came from Detroit, who was the middle guy in this trade
Okay.
to go to Tampa. In return to Columbus, the Blue Jackets got Tampa Bay's first-round pick
Holy shit.
and their third-round pick next year.
Okay.
The Red Wings had Savard for 0.2 seconds before sending him to Tampa.
As Toronto did.
Yes. In return for being the middleman and retaining 50% of his salary, they got a 4th-round pick from Tampa Bay.
Who did? Detroit?
Detroit.
Okay.
So, all in all, the Blue Jackets got a 1st-round pick this year, a 3rd-round pick next year. Detroit got a 4th-round pick this year, and Tampa got
They need
David
more
Savard.
than the 4th round.
And they do, yes. But
Sorry.
they did make a big trade today.
They did.
And they got
did.
Brian Lashoff, who they then loaned to the Grand Rapids Griffins so that he didn't have to move anywhere because Tampa's not going to use him.
Right.
So, yeah, I hate 3-team trades, and there needs to very much not be a hard salary cap because then we get stupid shit like this. Even if they get rid of the hard cap for the deadline, I don't know why that would be the case, but NHL and nothing makes sense.
Very much so.
It's just dumb. Very dumb. And then that brings us to yesterday when a lot of trades happened.
They did. Like late at night.
Yeah,
That's weird.
because NHL, and that's just what teams do to keep us all awake and saying, what's going to happen next?
So it was like 10
Devils-
o'clock when it started.
Yeah.
And it just kept going.
It was very weird.
So weird.
The Devils got Jonas Siegenthaler, or Jonas, I don't know, for a conditional 3rd-round pick this year from the Capitals.
From the Caps.
The conditions. Arizona's draft pick is currently listed as a conditional between Arizona and New Jersey because the pick is Arizona's from the Caps.
Okay.
They acquired it in some other trade.
All right.
If the pick is not transferred to New Jersey, the 3rd-round pick will be changed to New Jersey's 2021 third instead of Arizona's.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a lot of hullabaloo.
Yep, it sure is. Montreal acquired John Merrill from the Detroit Red Wings for Hayden Verbeek and a 2021 5th-round pick.
Okay.
Solid depth defenseman pickup for Montreal.
Yes.
And then the Blue Jackets were involved in another 3-team trade because they just like to make our lives hard.
They just like them.
They sent Nick Foligno to Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
And Stefan Noesen. I believe he also came from the Blue Jackets. Maybe he came from the Sharks. I don't know, because the Sharks were also involved. But all in all, the Blue Jackets have the 1st-round pick from Toronto this year, and next year's 4th-round pick from Toronto. So the Sharks, being the middleman, ended up with this year's 4th-round pick from Toronto, and the Maple Leafs ended up with Nick Foligno and Stefan Noesen.
Right.
Very good pickup for the Leafs.
Mm-hmm.
Some veteran depth at forward. He can chip in some goals here and there, but by all accounts, he's a very good locker room guy.
For sure.
And Toronto needs all the help they can get when it comes to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they don't have to face Boston in the 1st round this year. So maybe they'll actually get through to the 2nd round.
And we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Then Toronto made another deal last night, acquiring David Riddick from the Calgary Flames for a third-round pick next year. That, my friends, is what we call a good trade. They got goaltender depth, and it only cost them a third-round pick next year.
Right. Yeah, that's a good deal.
That is a very good deal. Let me see what his stats are this year.
Oh, dear.
Let's see. Big Save Dave. David Riddick. He has played 15 games. He has started 12. He is 4-7-0-1.
Ooh.
He's got a 290 goals against average and a 904 save percentage, but the Calgary Flames have been absolute horseshit this year.
Okay.
So, maybe he will be better on the Leafs.
Maybe.
They can very much hope so.
We can hope.
Which is very interesting when it comes to Toronto's goalie situation as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are using a lot of the money from Frederik Andersen being on LTIR to do all of these moves.
Right.
So, is he going to be out for the playoffs too?
Did they say what his ailment was?
I'm not sure what it is.
Okay.
But Jack Campbell's just been winning everything.
Has he lost a game yet?
I think they lost tonight.
Ah. I was really rooting for him.
I know.
Damn, you just go a straight season without...
Yeah, they lost to Montreal tonight.
Damn.
And I believe he was in net. Let's see. Team stats. Yeah, he got his first loss.
Oh, no.
That's really unfortunate. That sucks.
Yeah.
I wanted him to just keep trucking, but he won 11 games.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely
there's only
impressive.
so much you can ask for. But it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
That it is.
I think they play Calgary tomorrow or some other time this week. So I wonder if they have Riddick play his old team. Yeah, they play them tomorrow. That would be fun.
Okay.
Next up, the New York Islanders acquired Braden Coburn from the Ottawa Senators for a 7th-round pick next year.
Okay.
A very okay trade.
All right. I'm not mad at it.
Nope. The Boston Bruins acquire Mike Riley from the Ottawa Senators for a 3rd-round pick next year.
Okay.
Loading up on the picks for next year.
Mm-hmm.
In one of the first trades to surprise me, Jeff Carter went from the LA Kings to the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Mm-hmm.
That was a thing that happened. The Kings got a 2022 conditional 3rd-round pick.
Here we go.
And a 2023 conditional 4th-round pick.
Okay.
The conditions on the 3rd are: the 3rd-round pick can upgrade to a 2nd if the Penguins reach the 2021 Stanley Cup Final and Carter plays in at least 50% of the games. The conditions on the 2nd one: the 2023 4th-round pick can upgrade to a 3rd-round pick if Carter plays in at least 50 games during the 2021-22 season.
Okay.
So, there's that.
Conditions.
I also read that if he retires after this year, the Penguins somehow get a negative cap recapture penalty, so they'll actually get something good out of it, and I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Because usually cap recapture goes against your cap space.
Yeah.
I didn't look into it too hard because it was confusing just reading that tweet.
Totally fair.
And it was last night after all the rest of this had happened. I didn't feel like being more confused. Do you want to be the most confused and asking what the actual fuck just happened? The Boston Bruins acquired Curtis Lazar and Taylor Hall. For Anders Bjork and a 2021 2nd-round draft pick.
Like, what the actual fuck? How was that all? That's all they traded for.
That's it.
He got rid of Taylor Hall. I don't know anything about Curtis Lazar, but
This season,
Taylor Hall.
Taylor Hall has played 37 games. He has 2 goals, 17 assists, 19 points. He is a minus 21.
Oh, boy. Buffalo's so bad, though.
So very bad.
So bad. I'm not mad at Taylor Hall for this.
How did he only get back a second round pick?
Second round pick.
You could argue that, let's see, Curtis Lazar. This season, he has played 33 games. He's got 5 goals.
Okay.
He's got 3 more goals than Taylor Hall does.
He does.
Only 4 assists. So he's got 9 points, while Taylor Hall had 19 points. But you could argue that he could have fetched a second round pick. So you could say it was 1-for-1 Taylor Hall for Anders Bjork.
Oh, my God. Oh, boy. What's his stats like?
Anders Bjork.
Yeah.
He's played 30 games this year. He's got 2 goals and 3 assists for 5 points and a minus 8 with the Boston Bruins.
Okay. 1-for-1 me then.
Buffalo. What are you doing?
They're fully committing to the tank. Fully.
Do you know how much I am going to laugh if they do not get the first overall pick this year? They tried to do this in the Connor McDavid year and ended up with Jack Eichel second.
Oh.
Could you imagine McDavid on Buffalo?
Oh, Lord Jesus. No. No, I cannot.
He'd be even more fucked than being on Edmonton.
And that's saying something.
It really is.
Oh, dear.
What is Buffalo?
I don't know.
What is Buffalo?
I don't know why they're so bad this year. I don't feel like it was always like this.
It's where players go to lose their love of the game.
That was a quote a couple years ago, wasn't it?
Ryan O'Reilly
Yeah.
lost his love for the game in Buffalo.
Ouch.
Got traded to St. Louis, proceeded to win the cup.
Uh-huh.
I believe he was the Conn Smythe winner.
Ooh.
And then became captain after Pietrangelo left.
God damn.
There was another guy that they traded for. I believe he was included in that Ryan O'Reilly trade. But he didn't even play in the NHL ever again.
Wow. Buffalo, man. What's happening?
Buffalo.
What are they doing?
That
Is it like a upper management issue, or is it like a
Buffalo
coaching issue?
They changed coaches this year.
Oh, they did. Why are they so bad?
Eichel's played for like 4 different coaches now.
Yeah.
And I believe he's on LTIR currently. He is. So is Jake McCabe and William Borgen. I don't know who that is.
Morgan.
Their roster right now. Jeff Skinner, who is making $9 million
Oh, God.
for this year. And then 6 more years after this year.
6 more years.
Wow. Wow. I didn't realize it was that bad. Okay. Then they have Kyle Okposo, who is making $6 million this year and then 2 more years.
Okay.
Sam Reinhart, Victor Olofsson, Cody Eakin, Anders Bjork is now on their roster. And he's signed for this year and 2 more years. Tage Thompson, Arttu Rustalainen, Dylan Cousins, who was their first round pick in Kirby Doc's draft year.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 years ago?
2019?
2019?
No. Doc was...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, it was 19.
Mm-hmm. Casey Middlestat, Rasmus Asplund, Tobias Reeder, Riley Sheehan, and then on defense, they have Rasmus Ristolainen, Colin Miller, Rasmus Dahlin.
How many Rasmuses can you have?
All of them. They are hoarding the Rasmuses. Henry Jokiharju, Jacob Bryson, who I'm pretty sure is just a made-up player, and Matt Irwin. In net, former Ice Hog Carter Hutton.
Oh, he was an Ice Hog.
Linus Ullmark, who they are not close on a contract extension with, and he's a UFA after this year, and Dustin Tokarski. And they claimed Drake Caggiula off of waivers.
Right.
That is not a competitive team.
No.
I don't know what Buffalo's doing. So far, if they don't make any other trades around the draft or after the season's over or anything of the sort, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 draft picks this coming summer.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah. When is the draft? Is that the one that's on my birthday?
No, that was last year.
Oh, last year doesn't exist.
Nope. No, it's around the same-ish time. It's just moved back a little bit because the season ends a little later.
Right.
So I don't know what Buffalo's doing, but do you remember how Taylor Hall was an unrestricted free agent?
I do.
In the offseason. And he
chose
to go to Buffalo.
He did.
Why did he do that?
That I will never know. I need to hear the explanation directly from his mouth.
Me too. I hope somebody asks him after this season is over.
Who would choose that? I know, baby.
I know, right? My cat also doesn't know why anybody would choose to go to Buffalo. It's not like they were just suddenly going to be great because Taylor Hall was on the roster.
Right. No, that doesn't fix everything. I'm sorry.
Whoa, you're right.
Yeah, he's climbing on your chair.
Next up, the Edmonton Oilers acquired Dmitry Kulikov from the New Jersey Devils.
Okay.
In return, the Devils got a conditional 2022 fourth-round draft pick.
Okay.
The fourth-round pick will upgrade to a third if the Oilers win a playoff round this year.
Why? Okay. Okay.
The Tampa Bay Lightning acquire Frederick Claesson from the San Jose Sharks for goaltender Magnus Krona.
Okay.
The Calgary Flames acquire Emil Heineman and a 2022 second for Sam Bennett and a sixth-round pick that they sent to Florida.
Where did Bennett come from?
Calgary.
Because I saw his tweets after being traded, and he was like thanking the city that he came from. Yep,
he came from Calgary. Then, arguably the best deal of the deadline.
Is not Taylor Hall 1-for-1?
Nope. Surprisingly.
Okay, let's go then. What is it?
The Detroit Red Wings acquired Richard Panik, Jacob Vrana, a 2021 first-round draft pick, a 2022 second-round draft pick from the Washington Capitals for Anthony Mantha. That's it.
Wow.
The Capitals got one player, Anthony Mantha. Let me look up what he's done this year. Anthony Mantha.
I hope he's been good because...
I mean, he was with Detroit.
I know.
This year, 42 games. He's got... I have to sneeze.
Bless you.
Whoa, I'm allergic to this trade. He's got 11 goals, 10 assists for 21 points.
Okay. Being with
Detroit
and he did this?
Mm-hmm. I mean, somebody's got to score.
That's good. That's good for Detroit. Good for you, Detroit.
They got a fucking haul for him.
Yeah, I'd say so.
One player. He got exponentially more of a return than Taylor Hall did.
Absolutely.
And they have almost the same amount of points.
Oof.
But Taylor Hall has 2 goals.
Yeah.
And Mantha had 10.
Yeah.
No, 11. 10 assists.
Right.
Which makes me wonder, all right. So he had 21 points. Now I'm looking at the Blackhawks stats.
Oh, dear. This is dangerous.
There's nobody with 21 points on the Blackhawks. We have Pius Suter at 19 and then Dominic Kubelik at 29 points.
Wait, I thought you said nobody
has 21. There's players above that and below that.
Oh, I thought you meant like nobody had that many points.
DeBrickett has 21 goals.
That's why I was like, what are you talking about? I know we're not great, but we're not that bad.
No.
Okay.
So, if The Hawks had traded one of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt the return would have been Jacob Vrana, Richard Panik, a first-round pick this year, and a second-round pick next year.
Holy shit, dude.
That is all for one player.
That is a haul. And not for haul.
No. And Vrana is a very good hockey player.
Yeah, dude.
Like, that trade could have been Anthony Mantha for Vrana and a second. And people would have been like, that's a good deal.
That's a good deal, yeah.
But no.
They loaded this shit up.
This year, Jacob Vrana has played 39 games. He's got 11 goals, so same as Mantha, and 14 assists. 4 more than Mantha. For 25 points.
Are they just basing it off the numbers this year? Like, oh, Vrana's definitely better than Mantha.
I have no idea. I have no idea. This trade makes 0 sense to me. Let's see. All right. In 284 career games, Jacob Vrana has 157 points.
Okay.
In 302 career games, Mantha has 194. Like, this trade could have been a 1-for-1.
Definitely.
But no, they also gave Detroit Richard Panik, a first-round draft pick.
First round this year.
And a second-round pick next year.
God damn.
I don't know what kind of spell Steve Yzerman put on the Capitals.
Steve Yzerman.
That's the one. But he did some magical spells and just sucked them dry. Because that is a ridiculous trade.
I would say so, yes.
That is the trade of the deadline.
Uh-huh. You would think it would be Taylor Hall, but no.
Nope, it wasn't.
I mean, his was surprising.
Yeah. I mean, it's the trade of the deadline if you're ranking it by what the fuck.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Not by, like, best or worst trade,
Yes.
just like...
Yes.
You said what now?
Exactly. Toronto was not done. They acquired Ben Hutton from the Anaheim Ducks.
What does he play?
I believe he's a defenseman.
Okay.
For a 2022 fifth-round pick. That one is not conditional.
Well, I'm glad it's not conditional, but fifth round, just a fifth
Just
round?
a fifth.
Okay.
The best trade, I lied. It was not the one for Anthony Mantha. The best trade of the day. The Philadelphia Flyers received a 2022 7th-round pick for Eric Gustafson, who went to Montreal.
I knew you were going to have a whole segment for this.
Why did Montreal trade for Gus?
That I will never understand. Was he any better once he left here?
Nope.
No?
Nope. Flyers fans were very happy when this trade happened.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gus.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what else to say.
I saw his name pop up on my Twitter machine. Uh-huh. And then I saw that he went for a 7th. And then I laughed a lot because that's about what he's worth.
The 7th round? Oh, God.
Let's see. Eric Gustafson.
Oh, no.
He, this year, has 1 goal and 9 assists with the Flyers, and he is a -2.
Okay.
It's not as bad as I was expecting, plus-minus wise, but we all know plus-minus is a garbage stat.
Mm-hmm.
By all accounts, Flyers fans were not very happy with him, and they are very happy now.
Okay. Good for them.
I just can't believe he was traded for. Then, the Carolina Hurricanes traded Hayden Fleury, which was surprising, for Yanni Hakanpää.
You saw one now?
Yep. And a 6th-round pick next year.
Okay.
I feel very bad for Hayden Fleury going from the Carolina Hurricanes to the Ducks.
Yeah.
At least he gets to live in Anaheim.
I guess.
It's
Is
warm.
it good there?
It's warm.
Okay.
I don't know if it's cold in Carolina, but it's warm in Anaheim.
I mean, it's not. I don't think Carolina is a very hot or cold state. They're just kind of
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Then the Leafs traded Alexander Barabanov to the San Jose Sharks for Antti Suomela.
Yep.
Suomela, which was a very random trade. Then the Nashville Predators acquired Eric Goodbranson for Brandon Fortunato and a 2023 7th round pick.
Okay.
This one made me laugh because now I gotta find the tweet. So if you follow at Ineffective Math on Twitter,
I think I do.
Micah Blake McCurdy, he posts a lot of analytics things and charts and graphs and stuff.
I love pictures.
Me too. He was posting stuff all day about all the trades that were going on. This one in particular said, Eric Goodbranson to Nashville, inexplicably, is an extremely poor defender.
Oops.
And he's a defenseman. That tweet made me laugh so hard. Just the frankness of it.
Uh-huh.
Eric Goodbranson is an extremely poor defender.
Oh, no.
And people keep trading for him.
Why?
I don't know.
Because nobody wants him, or?
Yes. That's the one right there.
Oopsies.
That's the one. And then the Washington Capitals acquire Michael Raffle from the Flyers in exchange for a 5th round pick.
Okay.
Solid depth forward trade since they got rid of Vrana and Panik.
Yeah.
And then the Jets acquired Jordy Ben from the Vancouver Canucks for a 6th round pick.
All right.
And that ended the day.
Oh, yesterday.
Of the trade deadline. No, that ended the trade deadline.
What?
I didn't talk about the Hawks ones. We'll talk about them after, but that's all the trades that were made.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It was it
wasn't a very eventful trade deadline at all.
It wasn't.
But there were a lot of weird ones.
Yes. Do you want to know the tweet of the day, aside from Eric Goodbranson being a terrible defender?
Always.
This is from Greg Wyshynski. Sabres GM Kevin Adams traded Eric Stahl, Taylor Hall, and Brandon Montour for a 2nd, 2/3, a 5th, and Anders Bjork.
Oh, no. How is he still have a job?
Let us recap so soon. Detroit traded Anthony Mantha to the Caps for Richard Panik, Jacob Vrana, a 1st round draft pick, and next year's 2nd. Yeah. One player got a better return than the Sabres got for Eric Stahl, Taylor Hall, and Brandon Montour.
Wow. That is...
What is Buffalo?
Bad.
How are Buffalo fans still alive?
That I don't know.
I feel like I would just combust.
Yeah. I don't...
You know, when I was a kid, I thought that was going to be a lot bigger problem in life.
What?
Spontaneous combustion.
Oh, I have been watching videos on that too. Usually there's a good explanation for
really?
it. Yeah.
I feel like I saw it on Unsolved Mysteries once and I was like, oh my God, that's horrifying. People just explode? What? You can't just explode. Do they have demon cores? Is that why?
No. Most of the people who have quote unquote spontaneously combusted are older and smokers. And so what?
That's just terrifying. Keep going.
No, they usually fall asleep with their cigarette or whatever.
Okay.
And since most of the rooms that they were in weren't like well ventilated.
Okay.
The fire had no oxygen to feed off of, so it would just burn them. And then the fire was done. There's a lot of legs left. Because they said it has something to do with the fat content of your body. So like most people have like the most fat around their core, right? So it would burn the fat as the fuel for the fire.
Uh-huh.
And then when it was done, it had
Then
nowhere else to go.
just
So
legs?
just leave fucking perfect legs there, yeah. I watch way too much YouTube lately. I'm learning so many things.
That's horrifying.
It is. Is it? Go ahead. Don't do that. No, is it more horrifying than thinking that people just explode?
No.
Okay.
But the thought of walking into a room and just seeing legs left over where your loved one once lay.
Yeah.
Just legs.
Just legs.
Just perfectly intact legs.
And a pile of ash on an unburnt bed. Like.
That is the Buffalo Sabres.
Just legs.
All legs. Nothing else.
All legs, nothing else. They have spontaneously combusted.
There's
They are
certainly
only-
no arms to score goals or make saves. There's no brains. They're just legs.
Just legs.
They're just legs.
Nothing else. Oh my lord. That's freaking funny.
Oh my. So okay.
Okay, question.
So you said most people who spontaneously combust, it happens this way.
Uh-huh.
What about the others?
How
How does that happen?
they don't have an explanation for like every case that's ever happened.
See? See? People just explode.
People just explode like
Also,
the Buffalo Sabres.
Sabres. It's inexplicable. They just explode.
Why are they doing the things that they do?
Every
I don't know.
year.
Every year they
They
just
just explode.
explode and leave their legs.
We can't explain it.
Just legs, nothing else.
Do the people who combust without the smoking, do they also leave their legs?
A lot of cases, yeah. Like it's not always their whole legs. Like they could burn a thigh and then it would just be like
You got some meaty
from the
thighs,
knee-
yeah.
Yeah, and then just like from the knee down is still there.
You just find calves?
Just feet.
Oh my god!
I feel like we need to watch some videos on spontaneous combustion after this so you can learn all of the things that I've learned.
Wasn't there an area a few years ago where there were just feet washing up on shore?
I remember hearing about that.
Was there just a boat of people who combusted?
Combusted. I
All
don't
there
know.
was left were feet.
Just feet. I don't know.
Or they were all swimming and
And
combusted?
How do you combust in the water?
I don't know. How do you combust at all if you're not smoking and then your torso burns? You just explode.
You just
I
explode.
feel like if you could just do it standing out in the middle of the street, you could do it in the ocean
Well,
or on the beach, and then high tide comes in and washes your feet away.
oh, there they go.
There they go. There goes the feet. That's all that's left is the feet.
Just the feet. All legs, nothing else.
How the fuck did we get here?
Buffalo.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Wow, we've learned so much today.
So much about radiation and spontaneous combustion.
You want to know what the Hawks did?
Who would have thought we were such a sciencey podcast?
That is us
I
from Center Mass, the Demon Core podcast.
I am a scientist,
I am a YouTube scientist.
and I am going to take some ibuprofen and see what happens.
No.
No, I'm not.
No chemistry experiments inside of the body. You will combust, and all that's left are feet.
You don't want just Courtney and some feet.
No, that would be a
That's
very
not from
weird
Samurai.
podcast.
You just
Weird.
put me right here on the
Just the feet. Just the feet. I'm just talking to some feet.
Ew. Don't do that.
You know what?
What's up?
We would get a whole new audience.
That is very, very, very true.
That is an audience that
I don't know if we want that audience. I mean,
we accept you.
We accept you. We love
and
you.
we see you. That's just not
It's
what
just
we're aiming
new.
for. We're not catering to the foot fetish audience here.
Oh, no. That's not what we do.
But if we did that, that is
That-
what we would get.
Yep. What did the Blackhawks do?
They did not combust.
No.
They actually made some decent trades.
A couple of them.
Yeah. So we will start not on the trade deadline, again, like I did with the other ones, they sent Brad Morrison, the efficient point getter for the Ice Hogs, who never got ice time inexplicably. He combusted.
Just feet left.
For Vinny Hinostroza.
Yeah, that was a weird one. I mean, you could totally see it coming because that's what the Hawks fucking do.
They had to get somebody back that they've had before.
They have to. It's just what they do at the trade deadline. They trade for people they've already had.
I was not happy when this trade happened. No. Nope. I have been probably one of the biggest Brad Morrison defenders this year.
That's true. That's very true.
And I think he deserves better.
I agree.
He definitely deserved more playing time in Rockford.
100%.
But even once that settled down and I moved on, Brad Morrison wasn't going to play for the Blackhawks. They traded somebody they weren't going to use for somebody they have been using. I'm still very sick of them doing this whole, let's bring back an old guy that we had before.
Reunion trades. They're just, it's getting old, man. We do it every fucking year.
Every year.
Every year.
And Blackhawks fans, we need to have a chat.
Uh-oh.
Because in the off season, and at the beginning of seasons, before trades really start happening, you always say, who's going to be the guy that Stan brings back this year? Because he always just has to go out and trade for a former Blackhawk, and we're really sick of him just bringing the crew back together. And then he does it. And you all can't help yourselves but rejoicing.
Yeah.
So you need to pick one. Do you want him to stop bringing back former players? Or are you going to be happy when he does it? Because you cannot be both.
No, you gotta choose.
But it's consistent.
It's very consistent.
They always do this.
This is what happens in
It's
Chicago.
cyclical.
It's just how it is.
Everybody involved in this organization is cyclical.
Yeah.
Stan always brings back the guy that used to play.
Always.
Fans always complain about it when it's not happening, and then it happens, and they lose their goddamn minds because they are so happy to have their guy back.
Yeah. Every time. Every single time.
So which one is it, y'all? Are you happy or are you not?
They cannot choose.
Nope. But this time they were happy because Vinny's back.
Hinostroza.
And it's nothing against Vinny.
No,
I am just
we enjoyed Vinny.
very sick of this happening.
Yeah.
He did put up 2 assists in his first 2 games back with Chicago.
That's true, he did.
After getting 0 points with the Panthers in 9 games this year.
I'm just kind of confused how he came from Arizona, right?
Florida.
Wasn't he in Arizona
He was.
before? Okay.
We sent him to Arizona.
Right, that's...
And then he signed in the offseason this past year with Florida.
Okay. He was in their NHL lineup?
For 9 games.
For 9 games, okay.
And he got 0 points.
Right. Because when he was here the first time, he didn't really play in the NHL. He was our AHL guy.
He got a little bit of playing
Just
time.
a couple, yeah.
I will tell you what he did.
Please do.
Vinny Hinostroza. Let's see. He made his NHL debut in 2015-16.
Really?
He played 7 games with the Blackhawks and got 0 points. The next season, 2016-17, he played 49 games with the Blackhawks, which surprised me. Yep. 6 goals, 8 assists for 14 points. 2017-18, he played 50 games with the Blackhawks. 7 goals, 18 assists.
How... But I feel like he was always in Rockford.
Yep. 2015-16, he played 66 games with the Ice Hogs, 18 goals and 33 assists.
Okay.
2016-17, he played 15 games with the Ice Hogs, 3 goals, 4 assists. 17-18, he played 23 games with the Ice Hogs, 9 goals and 13 assists.
Huh. All right. Well, that's interesting to hear.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that at all.
Me either, because it really did seem like he was always in Rockford.
Yeah.
But no.
Okay.
He just wasn't very productive when he was with the Hawks. And his one real productive season with the Ice Hogs was 15-16, got 51 points.
Well, That's interesting. I don't know. Do you think he's going to stay in the NHL? Or do you think he's going to get...
I don't know that we'll re-sign him.
Yeah, I can't see it happening.
Unless he, like, really busts out in these last 12 games?
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe this season's almost over.
I like it.
It's crazy.
I feel like it just started.
Yeah.
When did it start? January?
January 13th.
January 13th. That was my best friend in elementary school's birthday.
Oh, wow. Happy birthday.
Carolyn. Shout out to you.
Shout out, Carolyn. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
It is.
Let's see. What else did they do? On the 8th of April, they sent Lucas Wallmark and Lucas Carlson also to the Florida Panthers. Mm-hmm. I don't know why they couldn't have just done this trade all in one.
Goodbye, Carlson.
Yep. You don't have to deal with him any longer.
Goodbye. It's just a personal thing, I guess, because everybody else loves him. But nope. Goodbye.
In return, we got Brett Connolly, who scored his first goal with the Blackhawks tonight.
Sure did.
In his first game with the team.
Hell yeah.
We got Henrik Borgstrom. Well, we got his rights. He needs to sign a contract. And Riley Stillman, who also played his first game with the team tonight. And we got a 7th round pick because why not? Just throw it in. You could argue that we got a better return for Wallmark and Lucas Carlson
than they did
than the Sabres did for Taylor Hall.
Oh no. That's
it's an argument that could be made.
That is
we did not get
goofy.
A 2nd round pick, but
as goofy.
We got Connolly and he scored a goal.
Hockey is goofy.
Yes.
I didn't mean to say hockey like that, but it came out. Hockey.
And then that brings us to today.
Today is the trade deadline.
And the Hawks made some more moves.
Uh-huh.
They sent Matthew Highmore to the Vancouver Canucks.
I wore his jersey today.
For patient 0, Adam Gaudette. He's the one that started the COVID outbreak in the Canucks.
Lovely. We loves it.
It's not his fault.
No.
But he was patient 0.
Just an interesting fact.
Yep. He was taken off of the COVID protocol list yesterday, I want to say.
Okay.
So he will make his way to Chicago eventually.
At some point.
He's got to cross the border.
Got to quarantine.
Yeah. Hopefully he's got a quarantine because we don't need that. There are 12 games left. Can we just get through this? Please.
Please. No, but I wore Highmore's jersey today.
You sure did.
In honor of him.
I wore Brandon Hagel's because he got the overtime winner for the Hawks today.
He did. I give you that.
Yeah. Sucks to see Highmore go.
Yeah.
I think overall the trade is an upgrade if Gaudette hits his potential. He's got some skill. He's a bigger guy. He's a center. He was playing some wing in Vancouver. Mm-hmm. That's all I really know about him. I don't know a whole lot.
Yeah. I just know Highmore was lighting it up in the AHL when he was there.
He was definitely a better ice hog than he was a Blackhawk.
100%, because I feel like as long as he's been in Chicago, he's just been kind of there.
He's been put into more of a defensive role, and he's played really low in the lineup. But even when he did get offensive chances, they just didn't go in for him.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I'm sad to see him go because I have that Ice Hogs attachment to him, but I don't hate it.
Yeah. I think that was the first trade I saw when I woke up this morning. I was like, oh, okay. And then they sent Carl Soderberg back to the Colorado Avalanche. Mm-hmm. And I need to sneeze again.
Uh-oh. Bless you.
I'm also allergic to this trade. For Josh Dickinson and the signing rights to Ryder Rolston.
I like it. I want to see him.
He's a college player at Notre Dame, I want to say.
I think that is what they said. I
will tell you in 2 seconds. Yep, University of Notre Dame. He is 19 years old. He was a fifth-round pick this past summer by the Colorado Avalanche. This year with Notre Dame, he played 28 games, had 1 goal and 5 assists.
Okay.
He's playing with Blackhawks prospect Landon Slaggert. Landon Slaggert.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here for it.
They like their college guys. So we'll see. Hopefully
Nothing
he
wrong
turns
with
into
that.
something.
Yeah.
And then the Hawks did a 3-team trade. They sent Matthias Janmark to not the San Jose Sharks, to the Vegas Golden Knights. Well, they did send him to the Sharks, and then the Sharks sent him to the whatever.
Yeah, no.
In return, they received a 2nd-round pick this year and a 3rd-round pick next year. You could argue that the Blackhawks got a better return for Matthias Janmark than Buffalo got for Taylor Hall. Especially because they also sent Curtis Lazar to the Boston Bruins.
They did.
There were 2 players involved there.
Oh my god.
There was only one here.
Boy.
The Sharks received a 2022 5th-round pick for their troubles, and they also sent Nick DeSimone to Vegas.
Sure.
That is what we call a good trade, my friends. Originally, I was kind of upset about the notion of trading Matthias Janmark because he's been so solid for the Hawks this year. But then, I want to say it was the last game against Dallas when the Hawks lost 5-1.
Okay.
And Janmark was utterly invisible. I was like, you know what? I'm okay with this.
You accepted it then?
And that is when the acceptance set in.
Okay.
And I was okay.
All right. I'm glad to hear you have that inner peace.
Yeah, me too. So I was okay with the trade. And then we got a pretty good return for him.
I'll take it.
I will take a 2nd-round pick every day. I would have taken just a 2nd, but we also got a 3rd next year.
Beautiful.
And since it can be argued that we got a better return than the Sabres did for Taylor Hall, I like it even more.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
The last trade of the day for the Hawks, and the last one that we will talk about from today, was the Blackhawks sending Madison Bowie and a 5th-round draft pick to the Vancouver Canucks for a 4th-round pick. Why couldn't we have done this in the Highmore and Gaudette trade? Why couldn't that have been all-in-one? Who knows? But they didn't. It just came about later in the day, I suppose.
We even remembered that Bowie was on our team. Not me. I did not remember.
I think I only remembered because when I update the stats on our website, I have to scroll past his name.
That's fair.
But we basically got... The trade was basically a 5th-round pick to upgrade to a 4th-round pick because they were never going to use Bowie.
No.
So that's all it really was. And then Vancouver just gets a defenseman to fill a role since they traded Jordy Ben.
Yeah.
It's a whatever trade. I saw it come through and I was like, okay, sure, that's fine.
Not?
But I also realized if the most confusing trade of the day out of Chicago is Madison Bowie and a 5th for a 4th,
I'll take it.
that's a good day for the Hawks.
I will definitely take it.
Because this past decade, as a Hawks fan,
Oh dear.
has not seen very many trade deadline days where the most confusing trade is an absolutely nothing trade. So I will take it, especially last year when we did the whole Robin Leonard for Malcolm Subban thing.
That was an upsetting night.
Yep, especially today, thinking back on it, when I realized we could have had a goaltending tandem of Leonard and Lankinen.
Yeah. It would have been great.
It would have.
Is he still injured?
No.
No?
He is once again playing for the Vegas Golden Knights. I will tell you how he's doing. Vegas Golden Knights. Website. There they are. Stats. Let's see here. He has played 11 games. He is 8-1-0-2. He's got a .233 goals against average and a .912 save percentage.
Okay. Decent.
Yeah. Not doing too bad. Winning
No,
games.
that-
That's
I
all
was
that
gonna.
matters.
I was gonna say that win-loss differential is
Marc-Andre Fleury has played 28 games. He's got a .925 save percentage.
Okay, Flurry. Jesus.
That's insane. Now I'm curious what Lynx has.
Oh dear.
31 games. He is 16-11-0-4. He's got a .279 goals against average and a .915 save percentage.
Okay.
It's not terrible.
No.
It has been better throughout the season. But
Absolutely.
you know what? It's not bad, especially for the team he's got in front of him.
Agreed.
I will take that.
Yes.
But yeah, we could have had Leonard and Lonkinen. But the more I thought about it, I was okay with it.
Yeah.
Because this team is extremely flawed.
That's one way to put it.
And if we had a better goaltending tandem, it would have covered a lot of those flaws.
I agree.
And maybe they wouldn't make moves necessary to fix
Okay.
those flaws.
I feel you. Yeah.
And when they weren't going to do anything anyway this year, it's better to expose those weak spots in the lineup so they can fix them.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Since, for the past decade, they've had an elite goaltender in net that has dragged their dead asses across the finish line to the playoffs, and nobody appreciated him.
Corey Crawford, y'all.
One day we will talk about his retirement. That day is not today
Not
because we don't
today.
think about it. We still got 12 games left to suffer through this season because this team's not making the playoffs. If they do.
They very well might because, it's the
Nashville
Hawks.
just has to quit their heater that they're on because we're 2 points behind them again since the Hawks won tonight. Overall, how would you rate their trade deadline? The Hawks.
It's a solid 7.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I
I
think I
didn't
agree with
hate
that.
anything they did. And I think we got some neat assets. So, yeah, I'm here for it. 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah. I feel like 8 would have been like, hell yeah, that's a good trade deadline.
What would have made it a 10 out of 10?
A 10 out of 10, huh? Shit. Taylor Hall. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I honestly don't know, though.
I wonder what we would have had to give up for Taylor Hall.
Well, I mean,
Matthias Janmark, straight up for Taylor Hall.
Yeah, 1 for 1.
I don't think I would do it.
No.
I don't think I would.
Damn.
So, obviously, Taylor Hall's a good player,
Oh, of course.
but he's not the kind of player that the Hawks need.
What was
So
he,
I
a second overall?
First
Overall?
First overall.
Ooh. Big yikes.
Yeah, Edmonton. How'd that go? Yeah.
dear.
What would have made it a 10 out of 10?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
No?
I can't. I don't know.
I think any combination of getting a first round pick or trading Calvin DeHaan would have made it a 10 out of 10.
I forgot that you were very much aboard the get him the hell out of here train.
Yeah. It was pointed out on Twitter. I don't remember who said it. I'm very sorry. But you said it, and I love you for it. That because they traded Madison Bowie, they can now expose Calvin DeHaan for the expansion draft.
Okay. Yeah. Let's fucking go.
I don't know why Seattle would do that. But if they need to hit the cap floor, you got $4.5 million there.
There it is.
Vegas took Derek England, and nobody understood.
You're right.
But then he became very good for them.
Very,
and
very
he,
good.
I think he was from Vegas, so he went home to
it was,
Vegas.
it was his hometown.
But he played very well
He
for them.
really
So,
did. Didn't
how
he become
about-
their captain?
Yes.
I want to say.
Yes.
Could be wrong. It doesn't really matter. Anyway.
If not, he definitely wore an A.
Yeah.
Anywho, Seattle. I've got a good reclamation project for you.
Oh, dear.
Calvin DeHaan. Please take him.
Please.
He got walked by Patrick Laine tonight.
Yeah. That was bad.
We were sitting there watching that game and saw Patrick Laine go 200 feet to just score his own goal. Mm-hmm. And we both said nobody could have stopped him. And then
Then
they showed the replay. And then they showed him just waltzing around Calvin DeHaan.
Hanging out.
Putting poor Stillman in a terrible position to have to try to cover up his mistake. It's his first game in the lineup with the Hawks. Poor guy. That one was not his fault. He did get walked on the first goal.
He did.
He was out of position.
Just standing there.
But Kevin should have had that one.
That's
true.
He
probably should have had Laine's too.
I mean, fair.
But I will not fault him for it. Because Calvin should have stopped that.
Calvin should have been right on.
Oh my God. At least shove him a little.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
just
talk about shoving.
Who was? We never figured out who it was, did we?
No, there was just Hawks. I think it was a defenseman. Just went flying toward the boards for a hit. They didn't get that replay because they were only getting the replays from Columbus. Still want to know who that was. Might have to go and find that again. Yeah. I think it was in the first period. But then there was Max Domi.
Oh my God.
This bitch ass Max Domi wanted to fight Connor Murphy very badly.
Murphy was having none of it.
Nope. It looked initially like Murphy may have elbowed him, but he didn't.
Nope.
So then, after Domi hooking Murphy, he then cross-checked him hard enough to break his stick, and then he wanted to fight. So he grabbed him and threw him to the ground, and then just
started wailing on him.
Yeah, just kept shoving him down to the ice. And Murphy did not want to fight because he is a smart player, probably the smartest player on the Hawks roster.
Quite possibly.
I won't say he has the best hockey IQ. That would be Patrick Kane.
Well, clearly.
But Murphy's probably the smartest guy on the roster. So he said, you know what? Boquist is already injured. We're already down a defenseman. I'm not going to fight and take myself out of this game for 5 minutes.
Idiotic if he did.
So he didn't even get a penalty, which sometimes refs call the other guy for roughing as well when this stuff happens because NHL officiating? I don't know. But he did not get a penalty. Domi got a 10-minute misconduct as well as
2 minutes for the original hooking and 2 minutes for cross-checking. Nothing for wailing on him.
No,
or
nothing
throwing
for
him to the
attempted murder,
roughing, or at the very least,
he could have been called for so many different penalties.
Yeah, instigation, roughing.
He wasn't
fucking anything, but
and then the Blackhawks could not make them pay for that on a 4-minute power play.
4-minute power play and nothing.
They were terrible on the power play tonight.
Dude.
Except Duncan Keith. Duncan Keith got a power play goal. So you knew this game was going to be weird. It's weird enough when Keith gets any goal, let alone on the power play.
That was in the first period, right? Yeah, that was the first goal.
Was.
Yeah, that was the first goal.
It sure was.
Yeah, at one point, it must have been the first power play that we had. I was sitting there and I was watching, and then I looked up to the corner of the screen and I was like, we've been on the power play for a minute?
You're right.
Like a full minute?
Yeah.
And
I remember you saying that because I was like, oh yeah.
I guess we are.
It was that bad.
They looked so bad.
They've regressed. They've gone back to just deferring to Patrick Kane, who
was useless this
the
game.
Puck on the half wall, doesn't move, tries to force the pass through the slot to DeBrincat for the one-timer. Every team knows it's coming, so they shut it down, and then the puck gets turned over, sent the other way, so then they have to go skate and get it, and then they have to try to enter the zone again on the power play, and
Lord
my God, don't
we
even
can't
get
do
me
that.
started. Especially when they use the drop pass.
Oh my God, why do they still do that?
I don't know. Did you see on Twitter that they were practicing power play entries the other day that didn't involve the drop pass?
I think I saw you tweet something about it.
Yeah, and then they abandoned that real quickly, apparently, because they went right back to it.
Yeah, that was old habits die hard, man.
Remember when the Hawks power play used to be first in the NHL?
That was little minute ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I checked it before tonight's game.
Okay.
And they were 7th. They used to be 1st.
Mm-hmm. They're still 7th?
7th.
How?
I don't know.
Are any other teams scoring on the power play?
Apparently not.
Because how the hell are we 7th?
They went 1 for 3 tonight, and apparently the Hawks just didn't take any penalties?
Okay.
Okay. Huh. I don't recall that being a thing, but apparently it was.
Apparently.
Yeah, 1 for 3.
Huh. It's better than 0 for 3.
Ice Hogs. Looking at you, buds. I'm going to need you to score on the power play.
Just once.
Jacqueline, they play tomorrow.
The Piggies do?
Uh-huh.
And they play Iowa.
I'm not ready. It's very peaceful in my mind when the Ice Hogs aren't playing.
Yeah.
Because when they are, it is very not peaceful up here.
No, none peace.
None peace.
None peace.
None peace. When they play, I am 1 cigarette away from combusting, and I don't smoke. All it would take is one.
Just one. Just a little spark.
Thank goodness I don't smoke, because there'd only be legs.
Just legs. All legs, nothing else.
All legs. There'd only be legs left on my couch. I can't tweet from my legs, guys.
Oh my god.
So I need them to be better. I need them to not go 0 for 4 on the power play like they did in their last game against the Chicago Wolves.
Please don't.
I need them to get more than 17 shots on goal.
You think they can do that?
Nope. I don't.
I don't either.
How many games? I don't expect you to know this off the top of your head.
Okay.
Have they outscored their opponent? Not outscored.
I was going to say 7, right?
7.
7 times they've done that.
How many times have they outshot their opponent?
Have they ever?
There was one.
There was one this year?
I think they lost that game.
Probably.
Because I think even in the game you went to where they won 6-1,
yeah.
I believe they were outshot. I need to confirm that, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate. Because I saw that and I was like, how? They won 6-1. You would think they had a lot more shots than the other team did.
You would think.
But nope. That... I just don't understand. I get that they are a young team and they're not always going to be great. But how do they always get outshot? Yeah. In that game that they won 6-1, they were outshot 39-27. How do you score 6 goals while giving up 39 shots and going 1 for 5 on the power play? How do you do that?
I don't know, but I synced it with my own eyes.
If you didn't, I wouldn't believe it happened. Because how do you do that?
I don't know. I was sure that as soon as they hit, I don't know, 4 or 5, they were going to stop and just everybody else just railroad right through Cale Morris.
Yeah, it's what usually happens with this team.
But it didn't. They got 6 goals and only got scored on once, even though they gave up
39 shots.
39 shots.
And had 27 of their own.
Well, then Cale Morris saved 38 out of 39 shots.
He sure the fuck did. He got his first loss in the last game that he played.
Did he?
Yeah, against the Chicago Wolves.
But of course.
But 2 of those goals were bar and in, which you can never blame a goaltender for. And I want to say one was just a very good one-timer from the slot. So he still had a very good game.
Right.
And all of the goals that went in on him were just like, no goalie is stopping that.
Right.
But I was very sad that he got his first loss.
Yeah, he was doing so well.
He was.
I mean, he's still doing
yeah.
well. He just lost.
And he
sucks.
actually got a start in a game that wasn't a back-to-back. I was like, yes, here we go. And then they just couldn't get him the win.
Yeah.
Cale deserves better.
Cale does deserve better.
Just like Brad Morrison did. I'm
Yeah,
surprised
he
we
did.
didn't trade him. You know how sad? No. You know how mad
I was going to
would be?
say, that wouldn't be a sad
That wouldn't
situation.
be sadness. That would be madness. Terrible.
Brad Morrison.
Brad, you deserve better,
You
bud.
did. We knew your full potential.
Yep, I hope.
I don't see how anybody could miss it. All you did was score goals for us.
Yep. Most efficient point getter for the longest time.
Yeah.
For the Ice Hawks, and they just wouldn't play.
I
But
don't get it.
we knew.
We knew. We
knew.
saw it.
Yep. We advocated
We did.
so hard. I guess the team just does not listen to this podcast.
Maybe the Ice Hogs should listen to From Center Ice, all right?
Just saying.
Just
we
saying.
have some good ideas.
We go over every thought we've ever had.
For better or for worse.
All legs, nothing else.
That being said, the trade deadline is done.
Mm-hmm.
The Blackhawks have 12 games left. We're winding down. Do you think they're going to make the playoffs? Do you think they're going to make the playoffs?
Ooh. I feel like they're going to get right up to the edge and then just fuck it up. Because that's very on brand. For
You know what?
this
I
team.
could see that happening.
Is that also what you think is going to happen, or what do you think?
Okay, so. Oh, dear. The rest of the schedule does not bode very well for this team. Their next 2 games are against Detroit, who now has Jacob Vrana. So,
Shit.
watch him get a hat trick on the Hawks.
But they don't have Manta. I'm just shooting.
They also don't have Taylor Hall.
They sure fucking don't.
What if Vrana gets a hat trick against the Hawks, though?
Ouch. Who got a hat trick recently? Or was it?
That's a vague-ass question.
No, I
For who?
I meant games that I think it was just the period one we already talked about.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't
Ignore
remember
me.
one happening against the Hawks.
No.
And it certainly didn't happen for the Hawks.
No.
I think the only hat trick we've had this year is Suitors against Detroit.
Well, hopefully he does it again then.
Yeah, so the next 2 games are against the Red Wings. And then we have 3 straight against Nashville, the team that is right above us in that last playoff spot, the team that the Hawks have not beat at all this year.
These are very important games.
One of them is in Nashville, 2 of them are at home. They end that 3-game series with a game against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Great.
And then the Florida Panthers, which brings us to the month of May, where they start with a game against the Panthers.
Oh, goddamn
3
it.
straight against the Carolina Hurricanes. First in the Central Division Carolina Hurricanes. And then they end the season with back-to-back games against the Dallas Stars.
You know what? I take back what I said. I do. I don't think they are going to survive the rest of this season. There's no fucking way they make the playoffs.
Do they get 1 win?
What? Yeah, somewhere in there. Just a stupid
Against Detroit?
Detroit.
Not
or
the Jacob Vrana hat trick game.
no, a different
other
one. The other one. I don't see that going well for the Hawkies.
So there's 12 games left in the season.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't understand how it's gotten to this. How we only have 12 games left.
me either, but
Like-
this season has felt fucking eternal.
It feels eternal and also like it just
It
started.
did.
I don't get it. How'd that work?
I have no idea, but I know I'm going to be regretting everything I say about this schedule being terrible when it's the middle of the summer and I'm like, I need hockey!
Listen!
And I'm like peeling my skin off because I need hockey.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for this season to be over, man. This shit's a lot. This condensed schedule.
Oh, it's stressful.
I used to think that a regular schedule was terrible when there's like 2 or 3 days in between games. Now I'm like, can we please have 2 games?
I need a break.
I need to breathe.
And that's just us fans.
Right?
That's not even the players, dude.
They're
Like,
making millions of dollars. They're fine. If you want to pay me millions of dollars to talk about this stressful ass team, I will do it.
let's fucking go.
For real. But yeah, that's got to be really bad for them too. I can't imagine.
No way.
At least they don't have to travel as much. That's the good thing about this divisional play.
Yeah.
But I am definitely very sick of seeing the same teams over and over and over. At least
we should be used to it.
We should.
Being AHL season ticket holders.
But we also don't like it for them. So now it's both of our teams only playing the same teams over and over and over and over. And 2 teams in the Central Division for the Hawks are the affiliates of the Chicago Wolves, which just makes it even worse because they're a 2-headed monster this year with the Nashville Predators and the Carolina Hurricanes.
That's the one. But we beat them.
Once.
Take that.
They're
Wolves.
1-6.
Don't worry about the 6. We won 1, okay?
Sure the fuck did. Brandon Perry hat trick.
Damn right. So when did the playoffs start?
May.
Helpful, thanks.
Yep.
I mean, like, when in May?
I don't know. Our last game is the 10th.
Okay. How
so
long
they
of a break
probably
do
give
they
them
have?
like 2 days. So we'll say May 13th. Actually, let me see. Vancouver Canucks. When are they done playing? Schedule. They are done playing.
Oh my god, that's so many games.
On the 16th of May. So sometime that week, I'm assuming, is when the playoffs start.
Oh, so my mom's birthday week.
Yeah.
Okay. Fun.
At least you won't have the Blackhawks to worry about. What if they make the fucking playoffs?
That's what I'm saying. What if they fucking do?
In this season and just beat Nashville and beat Tampa and beat Florida and Carolina.
I don't see it happening, but I know because it's the fucking Hawks, it could happen.
Yep. There's 12 games left in the season for the Hawks. Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah.
On that note, thank you so much for tuning into this madness. I hope you learned something on this science podcast.
Is that what we are now?
Yep.
All right. I watch YouTube and then I report back on this podcast about what I've learned.
This is the YouTube Science Podcast. We only learn about science through YouTube, and then we tell you about it. Especially when it comes to spontaneous combustion and demon cores.
Radiation.
I can't wait to hear what you have next.
We'll see, all right?
You never know.
You don't.
Especially starting from those things. If you go to the recommended videos, you never know where you're
that's how I end up in these holes.
I just want to know where you started to end up.
I could not tell you, honestly. Probably some true crime shit, and then it got to some weird channel that reports on strange happenings, and then it just goes down. There's a logical stepladder of where it started and where it got.
There's more logic than the NHL GMs have, at least. So
very, very true.
You've got that going for
I
you.
do. That's great.
Congratulations.
Thanks. You've opened the door.
No. No.
You did it. You did it. You opened the door.
What is that game?
The door? Is it?
No. What is it called?
I don't know.
Oh, no. The game where you go absolutely nowhere and you just keep opening doors, and then there's a whole tree puzzle that's a fucking, what is it called at the beginning? Tutorial. But it seems like it's necessary, but it's not, and you just solve the tree puzzle. Oh, my God.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. I don't know what it was called. Fink would probably know, right?
Oh, God. What is that game called? We're going to have to look it up.
How? When?
Ian would know because it was his game, wasn't it?
And probably,
so ask him, and then we will report
what
back next week.
Oh, it's 11:30.
What this
Shouldn't be awake.
terrible game was.
It was just a free game on Xbox, wasn't it?
I think so, and it was terrible, and all you did was open doors and solve tree puzzles that went absolutely nowhere.
We were stuck in a very, very bad headspace after that game, and
so much anxiety.
So much. It wasn't even like a horror game.
Nope.
It was just like a adult horror.
Nothing happened.
Exactly. So you were doing all of this work for nothing. And you were trying so hard. And you thought you were going to get somewhere, and there was never any reward. Like, that's it. I feel like it was a game.
The Witness.
The Witness.
The Witness.
Oh my god.
I had to look it up.
How did you find it?
Free Xbox puzzle games.
Well, there it is. The Witness. Which sounds like you're gonna fucking solve something, right?
You do, but you don't go anywhere.
No.
From the creator of Braid, this superb puzzling experience jettisons the player on an island with nothing but puzzles around. Some are easily visible and simple enough to solve. Some require more dexterity and patience. But one thing is certain, The Witness is fantastic. No.
Says fucking who?
Thegamer.com.
Fuck them.
Yep. There are hundreds of puzzles to solve, and as you progress, they will become increasingly complex to the point where you might leave it partially complete before leaving to find inspiration.
Just the fucking trees, man.
There isn't much of a story.
Is that what it says?
But that doesn't detract from the exciting challenges that await you on the island.
Does.
It sure does.
It really does.
It sure does.
I promise you it does.
Especially once you take about 2 hours to solve the tree puzzle and you didn't even have to.
You didn't have to.
It was a tutorial.
It was a tutorial.
Oh my god.
But we worked so hard on it.
Welcome to the Buffalo Sabres. There was no story.
All legs.
There was no point.
Nothing else.
But we worked so hard and nothing happened.
Why is everything so perfect right now?
So, tell us how you feel about this Buffalo Sabres podcast.
Please, yes. Thanks again, Tyler, right?
Tyler,
yes. Shout out to you. Thanks, man.
For our new decorations.
Yeah, dude.
Yes, and again, leave us a rating and a review, especially telling us how you feel about this new Buffalo Sabres science podcast.
Please, I would love to hear it.
Because there's just not very much to talk about with the Blackhawks and Ice Hogs, apparently, so we gotta talk about science.
Did I do promo for the last episode?
I don't think so.
Shit!
Now that I think about it.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, because it's this episode now.
Yeah, it is, but I still gotta post the last episode, at least on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Keep my layout going.
Yeah, with your nails.
My nails and the episodes.
What color are you on now? Green?
Look at how freaking beautiful these are.
They're like the Emerald City.
Exactly what I said. They're so pretty. I love
Congratulations,
them.
you've opened the door.
Yeah.
And now we will open the door and return to the land of not bad trades.
Okay. Sure.
Rate, review, subscribe, do all the things. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and email us if you have things to say, especially about the Taylor Hall trade.
Yeah, interact with us in any way, dude. We love it.
Absolutely. And like we just said, thank you again to Tyler for sending us this wonderful care package.
Super
It makes our hearts all warm and fuzzy. Makes us very happy, especially while the NHL GMs are doing dumb shit. So, on that note, we will catch you all in the next episode. Bye!